Good morning, or good afternoon, or night. It's a pleasure to have you. Hope everyone's been doing A-OK. Welcome on in, welcome on in. Thank you so much, Choco, for the 22 months. Appreciate that. I haven't been able to watch a live in 84 years. I'm so happy. I missed y'all. I hope you are doing well. Well, thank you so much, Choco. Appreciate you catching us live. But regardless if you catch us live or on VOD gang, it all means the same to me. Thank you so much for supporting the Gibby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope everyone has been doing well. We're going to be doing a Zatsudan. For those of you who do not know what a Zatsudan is, that's when I sit down and I yap, which is something I'm very good at. I'm usually on Team VOD, but I snuck my way in here. Hey, have a glass of I got some nice water right here for you. Some nice sparkling water. Got some snacks for you right here. I got some granola. Are you interested in some granola? Yum, 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 yum. But seriously, to all of those who lurk, or you are VOD gang and you're here today, I want to say thank you. Thank you for stopping on by, and thank you for, of course, supporting the Gibster. We're going to get started here in about around 5 minutes, and when we do, we have a lot to talk about. Because next week, oh, we're having a big one. Because we are playing with the Ouija board, and that's a great conversation to have today, because a lot of people were concerned. A lot of people asking me questions. A lot of people saying, "Hey, Gibby, hope you know what you're doing. Hope you know what you're doing, Gibby, because you're gonna curse your house." I'm like, okay. Leave it to a professional, okay? Leave it to a horror enthusiast. Leave it to me. I know what I'm doing. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some more snacks and water, and then we'll get back, and I'll fucking yap your way, and I'll start yapping, and I'm gonna do the Gibby thing. I'm gonna do the talking. Well, you caught me on a weird time. Hello, everyone. My name is Goldbullet, CQC expert, weapons specialist, and head sniper of HOLOSTARS English ARMIS. Sir, what seems to be the issue? I see nothing wrong at all. I'm perfectly normal, as you can see. I'm sitting down using the bathroom. We're not so different, you and I, okay? I poop, you poop, we all poop. I think that we have much in common. I think we can all agree that what I'm doing here is absolutely normal. Thank you so much for stopping on by. Nice to have you. Nice to see you. Welcome on in, everybody, to the Gibster stream. How are we feeling today? How are you? I mentioned before that you have beautiful eyes. I thought you guys said that idols don't poop. Well, I'm not every other idol, okay? You know, the singing, the dancing, the shaking your ass, okay? I'm not your average idol man, okay? I'm a little different, okay? Yeah, maybe I like to leave a hot nuclear and a Lincoln log out here every now and again, okay? Just like you, we're not, like, once again, we're not so different. Zaya, thank you so much for this, Super. I can't believe we got skibbity turlet. You know what? Yeah, you're lucky I love you. You're lucky I love you. You're lucky I love and respect you, okay? Because if it had been anyone else saying that, there would have been hell to pay. But Zaya, I like you. I love you, okay? But enough about me. How are my bubbies doing? Look me into the eyes and tell me right now how you are feeling. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about, okay? Just think of me as your dad. Think of me as your father, okay? Hopefully that helps out, right? Just pretend that I'm someone that you are very warm to, okay? Someone that you are very much, I would say, in tune with. And then this will make the conversation a lot less awkward, wouldn't it? I think the kitchen is on fire. Well, that's easy. We gotta get the bucket of water. Hey, Ender, thank you so much for the 8 months. I come and join a life for the first time in forever. This is what you do. Once again, we're not so different. Okay, I poop, all right? I'm a human being, for God's sake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for having to go poo-poo. Would you prefer that I keep the poo-poo inside of me? Would you prefer that I just leave it up there and it never comes out and I implode on the inside every time I begin the stream? Would you prefer that I suffer in silence? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? I'm having cramps, sir. Oh, those cramps. I understand. I get them every month. Yes? Wait, are you guys actually saying yes? You would rather have me sit and suffer with shit up my ass. This is terrible. How dare you? And just right when I was gonna take away your cramps, you can keep them. You can keep them. I was gonna take them away. I got technology. I figured it out. Everyone's like, oh, well, how do we get rid of the period cramps? I found it. I found a way. And I'm not giving it to anyone, because guess what? Everyone's mean to me. We're gonna take a poo. Down. Yeah. You see, you know, this is what I get for being a human being, right? This is what I get for having the decency to share a very, you know, heartwarming moment. I thought that this would bring us together. I truthfully thought that me shitting in the toilet while you guys watch me would bring us somewhere a bit more closer in this relationship, but boy was I wrong. Boy was I wrong. Would it help to have a conversation where we're not in the bathroom? Would that help? Do you want to have a conversation somewhere that isn't the toilet? Would that make you happy? Relatable content, to be honest. Potentially. Okay, you know what? How about this? What if I... Okay, I have a better idea. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, the shower heads do in fact work. Okay, that's nice. Now, give me 1 second. Now, I think this might be a more comfortable way of having a conversation. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me go ahead and flip around. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, how's this? Can we have? Okay, how's this? Am I allowed to have a conversation in the one comfortable place? It's the bathroom. This is the shower. This is something that means a lot to me. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Okay. Ooh, the shower still works. Okay, how about this? Do you mind? Can you get my back, please? Okay. Here. Let me just... Yeah, you know, it's been a rough day, a rough couple of weeks, you know. I've been, working This is my hustle though on the side when I'm not doing the whole idol dance and all this other stuff. I usually like to come here to Black Mesa at New Mexico. I know it's located in New Mexico, which is what in one of many deserts in New Mexico. I'm not telling you where it is. Please don't dox me. I'm not telling you. You're probably thinking, where is his address? Fuck you. I'm not telling you anything. Take the jacket off. No. I leave my clothes absolutely on. I mean, this is like killing two birds with one stone, right? Like, it's like washing your clothes and also washing your body at the same time. So there really, realistically, is no reason for me to take off my clothes unless you're trying to see my testicles. I don't want to show you that. Yeah, it's very efficient. See, you at least one bubby understands, you know, this environment well, okay? Like, I don't want to take all my clothes off. Sir, I'm being treated like a monster again for taking a shower. Would you rather me be stinky? Would you rather me be an absolutely homunculus of a man that's hairy and smelly and smells of... smells of dick and ass? Is that what you want? You want me to be the greasiest man you've ever seen? You're always stinky? Name one time that you've seen me stinky. Go ahead. Name it one. What do you mean, maybe? 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 No. Debut. Okay, so what? I was on a 4-day streak of not taking a shower before my debut, and you noticed. Okay, you know what? You want to clap on my hands for you? Okay, you caught me on my smelliest. I was debuting. I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even eat. TMI? What? You're in the bathroom with me, and you're saying TMI. Don't you bring those strange words in here. Now, get to rubbing my back. Now, get the soap and get to my back. My crack. Okay? You think that this is going to be a one-way street? You think that you're just going to sit there and not wash me? You guys wash all the time. Because okay, let's pretend like I'm a dog. Okay, let's like pretend, everybody. Let's pretend that Gibby is a dog. Okay, rough. Now, get to scrubbing. You brought us here, though? I love how you're avoiding the question at hand, whether or not you will clean me. This dog's hair is matted as hell. Okay, look, all right? So what if I've been on a 2-week streak, okay, of not taking a shower? Yeah, I'm a little matted, okay? Maybe I'm just a little greasy around the edges. But who hasn't been there? Who doesn't bed rot? Come on, let's see a raise of hands. Who doesn't do it? I better not see anyone raise the damn hands, because I know for a fact everyone does. We go on streaks without taking a shower. Or at least, I do. Hands down? Oh, yeah, one hand. I see one hand right there. If someone's getting the power washer, you're going to remove my skin if you do that, okay? See, I need soft, bubby hands. Okay, I don't, none of this rough shit. If I get hosed down by a water propeller, we're gonna have a boxing match in this bathroom. You don't need your skin. My skin is a vital part of survival, okay? If it weren't for my skin, my organs would fall right out of my body and potentially onto the floor in the bathroom, and that's the last place you want your organs to be, is on the bathroom floor, okay? I would argue that my skin is like one of the best things about my body. Right next to my ear. Hey, Hazardous, thank you so much for the 22 months. Runs to get the fire hose. That won't be necessary. We're not going to hang out in the shower for too long, because evidently I'm not allowed to take a shower, and for some reason, no one wants to clean me. I guess I'll have to ask Ruze. Oh, wait a minute. Ruze is not here anymore. He's on a fucking week break, and I miss him, and white boy, no, come back. What the fuck? See, you caught me at my worst hours, okay? I'm crying in the shower and I'm yearning. Okay, I'm yearning. Now, who hasn't been here? We've all been here before. You know, I don't want to see anyone tell me, "Oh, Gibby's crying in the shower." What a fucking bumbling man. Okay, we've been here before. He left us for Pokemon. He chose correctly. that new Pokemon game, I've been seeing so many people play that shit, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's the best game ever made." And I'm over here listening to the soundtrack, and that shit is slapping. I'm like, okay, I might just start shaking my ass to this. Like, the music is great. A really good composer made the music, and I'm sitting there, I'm vibing. I'm like, man, oh man. I cried once in a cold shower and gave me bronchitis. Now I bottle up shower feelings. No, you have to let it out. See, this is why we take warm showers. None of this cold stuff. Okay, so if you know what, anyone I've ever met, okay, you're gonna get a Gibby rant. You ready for a fucking Gibby rant? Because you're getting one. Okay, get this. Anyone who says that they love cold showers is an absolute fucking liar. Beat their ass. If you see them on site, this is a joke, by the way. If you see them on site, throw them at the fucking window because they're lying to you. Nobody enjoys cold showers except in the summertime. That's it. No one's like, oh man, oh, gotta get up, you know? Gotta get all the, the fritz off my body. Gonna take a nice cold shower. Here we go. I'm going inside. Ooh, that bitter, cold, frigid water running down my back surely does wake up the nerves. Nope, no one in their goddamn life has ever said that in their... Okay, no one says that. So when next time you see someone who goes, hey, yeah, warm showers are great, but have you tried a freezing shower? Box their ass. Immediately. I like to be an icicle. Oh boy, oh me, oh my. How long are you gonna stay there? Until you scrub my back. It might be a little hairy back there, but that's okay. I think you're familiar with hair, right? You got hair just like me. I use it to wake up. Don't judge. That's like that's why you drink coffee, okay? That's why you drink coffee. Everyone is like, oh, you drink coffee to poop. No, you drink it to wake up. I had someone, who the fuck? There's like 3 different people who told me that. Like, yeah, I drink coffee to use the bathroom. I was under the assumption that you drink coffee to wake up in the morning. Like, oh, I can't wake up, I'm so tired. Like, let me get a nice mean cup of joe. That'll get me all nice and warmed up in the morning. Some people would argue that they drink coffee solely for the purpose of taking a shit, which, no, I'm not ready for that conversation because I win that conversation. I also drink iced coffee on cold days. Fear me, Giddy. You're Slender Man. You're an entity to me. There's no way. Well, no, I get that actually, because I fuck with iced coffee, actually. I prefer iced coffee over hot or warm coffee. Respect. I take my statement back. That was me rewinding my statement. You don't have to worry about me calling you an entity anymore, okay? I apologize. And we also drink hot coffee on a hot day. Oh, that makes sense, though. Like, drinking hot coffee on a hot day, like, especially if you're waking up. But if you're going outside, it's like 90 degrees and like sweaty as fuck. And it's like, oh, God, it's nasty out here. And, oh, I need me a really hot drink of coffee. Okay, you're insane. You're insane. Like, if you do that, you are... there's a place for you behind bars. I don't know what to say. Because if it's a hot day for me, you know what I'm doing? And you don't get sick of it. Cold glass of water. Cold glass of fucking water. Everyone's like, oh, sody pop this, a little drink that, tea this, coffee this, blah, blah, blah. Water absolutely solos everything. You know what? Okay, I think we're done taking a shower. Because no one wants to wash my bag. You know what? If you don't want to wash my bag, I'll get it myself. There we go. Okay. Now let me go ahead and put my clothes on real quick. Alright, there we go. All right, let's go on ahead and let's wash our hands. Okay, well, let's see a raise of hands. Who likes to wash their hands? Okay, it's me. I like washing my hands. All right, hold on. Oh shit. Wait, there we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and... How can I... my hands out? Wait. Wash my hands. Okay, everyone washes their hands. You know, some people would argue... Now get this. A lot of people would say that you need to wash your hands for about 5 minutes straight. I heard that somewhere. Now, I know that sounds fucking insane. Someone told me at some point in my life, if you want to scrub out all that germs, all that duty, all that piss, all this X, Y, and Z that you have that on your hands, you need to go into the bathroom, turn that sink on to a nice, like, medium, like, you know, warm, and sit there 5 minutes until they prune, so you can get everything off of your off of the palm of your hands. I heard that somewhere. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sitting in the bathroom for 5 more minutes. Call me. You know what? Let's get to politics. Let's get to the politics of this conversation. How do you wash your hands? I'm going to tell you my ritual very quickly, because my ritual might be an uncommon one, okay? It might be uncommon. You grab soap, a bar of soap, or maybe a dispenser of soap. Like you press down, you squeeze the goo in your hand, like that kind of soap. Do that. And then dry rub them together with your hands, okay? You dry rub. You turn the water on, 30 seconds, boom, paper towel, then you're done. That's my ritual. I got yelled at the other day for doing that. Someone told me that's not how you wash your hands. What the fuck? What do you mean that's not how I wash my hands? What? You have to sing happy birthday? Not dry rub. Yeah, you get the dry rub and then you get the wet rub. You kind of like moisten your hands with the soap and everything before you put it in the water, and then when you're done, wash it in and maybe squeeze in a few drops while they're nice and wet. I was always taught that way. Don't you look at me. Don't you tell me that's weird. Water first or perish? Is this like a cereal situation where it's like, do you put the milk in first? Do you put the milk? Or the cereal first? Because you're eating the same thing, you're just like doing it a different way. You gotta get the soap ready. It's like washing hands tutorial for COVID prevention. Yeah, the thing is, you're washing your hands either way. Like, regardless. I always wash my hands. When is it ever excusable to not wash your hands? Right? Maybe if there's a leopard in the fucking bathroom or a goddamn, like, you know, giant enemy spider. Like, if that be the case, then absolutely. Like, if you're, like, you just did your business and then suddenly there's a thwomp from Super Mario in the room about to crush you. Like, yeah, you're excused. You don't have to wash your hands. Or wet tissue. You can use wet wipes. Wet wipes, acceptable. Wet wipes is acceptable. Cereal first? Okay, so what are the benefits of pouring the milk before the cereal? None. You're still getting the same amount, maybe even less, but you're still eating the same thing. I feel like dry rub might be fine as long as you're using proper hand washing techniques, you know? I hate those fuck-ass air dryers. Wait, why do you hate the air dryers? What have they done to you? Like, /serious. Wet wipes only when there's no option to wash hands with soap. Absolutely. If there's the option, I would choose that. Like preferably before I eat or before I do anything. Like, it doesn't have to be like bathroom related. It doesn't have to be bathroom related. You can be like, okay, I'm about to like cook a good meal. Let me go in the bathroom and let me at least wash my hands before I prep a meal. Like, yeah, so you're probably gonna want to go ahead and put your hands in the water for a few amount of like seconds. Wash them all nice. The air fryers are nasty. Those air dryers suck. An air dryer. When you say air dryer, do you mean like the tube that goes? You put your hand over it or under it, and then it's like it cleans your hand for you. Yeah, for me, I'm just like, give me a big boy towel. Give me a towel, dude. Give me a towel. Would love that. Would love a towel. It's the funniest thing happened. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to say who said this. There was a gentleman who absolutely refuses to use rags in the shower. In the shower. So, my ritual when taking a shower, okay, you know, put the soap on your body, you're mixing it up a bit, you put in the conditioner, the shampoo, and the body soap, all this other stuff. You put that all over your body, you wash it good, okay? There's a gentleman who, when you're done drying off, who refuses to, like, use a rag in the bathroom. Now, you can get a squeegee, you can get, like, all kinds of other things to help the process to scrape off any dead skin on your body while you're taking a shower, like you have this. I usually use a rag. You know, there's a rag. It's not like a nasty, beaten-up rag. It's actually a really, really lovely one. They just use their hands? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I'm like, how do you wash properly without, like, some utility? No loofah. Yeah, get the loofah in there. I got like 2 loofahs, like, just in case. I don't need them all the time. There are some times where I just want to do like a really quick rinse just to wake up. Sometimes I want to take an everything shower where I just sit down and, you know, have a fucking, like, you know, an hour or 2 just sitting there pondering, you know, relax showers like that. And that be the case, I'm rubbing everything off. Give me that rag. Give me that loofah. Using hands don't do much. Yeah, and they refuse to, like, use their, like, rag and their loofah because they saw it as, like, oh, I'm not going to, you know, use those poor people utilities. I'm like, that person must reek terribly. Like, how do you not wash properly without them? Like, oh, you measly imbeciles using your rags. I don't clean properly because I'm too stuck up. Like, excuse you? Why, I ought to kick your fucking ass. The stone. What's this stone I keep hearing about? Is that like the fuck? Isn't it like a hard, like, scrub daddy? Scrub daddy. I love the scrub daddy, by the way. Scrub daddy might be one of the best inventions on the planet. I'm not fucking around. This is not a for all joke intended purposes. This is a joke. A scrub daddy is probably the best utility that you can buy. This is not a sponsored call out or anything for a scrub daddy. Scrub daddy and mommy are so cute. A smooth stone. Pumice stone. Pumice? Pumice? Is that like a sauce? Pumice stone. For feet? Feet? My feet are always clean. I would argue that maybe my feet are the cleanest thing on my body. Like, I clean my feet and legs. Like, that goes first. Of course, like, when I'm taking a shower, the body of water hits my back and everything like that. I'm going for the legs. I'm going from down to all the way up. That's how I work. Dead skin cells? Proof? You... See that? Look at that. That is clean feet right there. Look at them clean tootsies. Look at them tootsies right there. Sniff? Oh, you know what? No, we gotta go to a different room. We're going to a different room. Hold on, give me 1 second. Enough of this hygiene talk. We gotta go somewhere. Hold on, let me see. Let me come over here maybe. What's a nice area to bring you guys? Trying to think. Okay, let me go up here. All right, there we go. All right. Let me go on ahead and let me set myself up nicely in here. Oh, that's an elevator. All right, going inside the elevator. Once again, this is my side hustle. I do enjoy, here, you know, I'll give you a little good look around this area. Let me give you a nice POV. Okay, oh. Give me a second here. Okay. Now let me go ahead and I'll give you a nice look around, okay? So when this idle stuff, you know, when I'm done singing and dancing and going around and having all this fun, you know what I like doing? I like to work on the side, okay? I don't always stream play video games and fucking, you know, do all this other dumb shit. I like to make money. I like to make money, okay? I like money. It's what we do, okay? Here in ARMIS, we like to make a little bit of the dosh, okay? It's not all that crazy, really. Oh, Frank. Oh, you silly Billy. You silly Billy Frank getting all wet. You goofy ass. Hold on, let me turn my head around. Hold on. How do I... Okay, there we go. What are you carrying a shotgun for? Oh, but we gotta fix those. Here, let me get some right here. Hold on. You know, some people would say, I'm not drinking fountain water at a facility like this. You know that the water is the same tubes that go to the bathroom? No shit. No shit. Hold on, I gotta scan my face here. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Oh, we got a firing range right here. This is where I hone in my skills. You know, when I hone in the sniper rifleman eyes, I gotta make sure that the nice and prepped up. I need my warm-ups, okay? I need my warm-ups. Go down over here. This is where we get our weaponry. Hey, Teddy, can I get my gun? Put on your vest and holster. Thank you. Okay, this is Teddy, by the way. This is my friend right here. Okay, he's a good guy. He's gonna. I want you to hand over my weapon at some point, but I'm not too sure we're allowed to have a gun yet. I don't think I can shoot a gun. As a matter of fact, I don't even know where I'm at. Let me see. Let me open this door. There we go. Do they have crowbars? That is like the ultimate melee weapon. That's like the best melee weapon that you can have. Do we need Clarence to be here? Don't worry, I'm the manager of this place. I own this place. Let me scan my eyes. There we go. Can I interest you in perhaps some candy and/or snacks? Is anyone hungry from some fucking quick snack? I like this room. It's one of my favorite rooms to kind of like, you know, look at this is such a. I love how this room is an absolute vibe. You know what? Let's chill here for a bit. This is a nice vibe right here. Let me turn around and, you know. Here. Oh, I gotta put my tired face on. Yeah, so this is my secondary job. First, I'm an idle boy. Second, I'm a worker at Black Mesa Facilities, which is great. We get free dental here. We get absolute dental here. And I know everyone's like, hey, Gibby, you're an idle boy. Why are you working for more money? I like to work. We get a lot of money, okay? Here in HOLOSTARS, we get billions and billions of dollars, okay? You know those YouTube videos where it's like, this is what the boys made this month? Completely inaccurate. We get a stipend for about maybe $4 billion every day in HOLOSTARS. Okay? We get $4 billion every day. Absolutely inaccurate. And what we do with that stipend of money, that we can pretty much do whatever you want. You can go grocery shopping, you can buy a lighthouse if you want, you can like get acres of land. You can get anything with that. Damn, can I have some? I mean, I would love to give you money, but I need to know what you're doing with it first. $4 billion, I can give you maybe like $2 at best. Are you interested in perhaps $20? Okay, I'll give you some of that. Transcend the corporeal realm. I've tried that before. It's dangerous. Buying snacks? Okay, what kind of snacks? You have to elaborate. Oh, Stars merch. Yeah, that actually cost you about $4 billion, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to give you that just so you can get, like, you know... what is it? Someone on eBay is gonna resell something for about that price. I'll be buying coffee. Does $2 get you cookies? Yes. Yes, they do. You can... You know what? The more I think about it, if I give you this money, you're just going to buy snacks. I can give you that for free. You don't have to. You don't have to buy money. Buy food. You know what? If you want my money, you're gonna have to give me money. You gotta spend money to make money, as they say. $2? It is. Okay, how about this? If you beat me in a game of rock, paper, scissors. You ready? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, paper. You pick scissors, I won. Give me $4 billion. We need to eat cookies, please. Thank you so much, egg yolk _17 for the soup. Rock. You cheated. You cheated. You fucker. I only have pennies. I can give you about $2 billion in pennies. How about that? How about we meet each other halfway, okay? How about we meet each other halfway? Are you comfortable with about $2 billion worth of that in pennies? Deal. Excellent. Excellent. I use the almighty volcano. That's not in rock, paper, scissors. I'll get a big jar for you to put. Don't put me in the jar. It's the one place where I don't belong, okay? You can't cage this bird, okay? Do not put me in a jar. I happily will break out. How are we going to store that? House. Closet, maybe. Pantry. You can put pennies anywhere. You can find pennies on the side of the street. That's how common they are. You deserve the jar. No, I don't. The other day, had... Get this. Speaking of jars... I know this is a weird segue. I had boba for the first time in a long time. I will let you know, Gibby is not the biggest fan of boba, and I know what you're gonna say. Gibby, how dare you? How dare you not be a big boba guy, okay? I love boba. I have never been a boba person. There's something so strange to me about the concept of boba. It's a drink with little, like, black orbs that you suck up every now and again. I think we had this conversation before where one day I was drinking boba and one of the little boba balls hit the back of my throat, and for one single frame I saw Jesus. I thought I was going to die. I was like, I'm gonna choke. This is how I pass away. It's all because I decided to drink a beverage. This is how I'm going to leave this plane of existence. And ever since then, I've sworn an oath never to drink boba tea ever again. Skill issue? Maybe it's because my throat's so, like, tight. I know that's weird to say, but I don't have, like, a wide, gaping throat where I can just suck in boba immediately. Like, my throat is weird. So when I was drinking the boba tea, and I saw one frame of Jesus Christ himself holding his hand out towards me, after that day, I'm like, okay, this boba shtick, I'm done with it. But recently, I sucked up my pride and I ponied up and I ordered myself some boba tea. So I think it was strawberry boba tea. And Boba Nation, we're back. We're back. I love boba tea again. But that was a long time ago. I was probably like in my late, what is it? No, early 20s when that happened. I was a kid, okay? I'm a grizzled, old veteran now where I can drink and eat like an adult, not like a baby. So I had boba tea again, and I was like, my God. I'm not too sure if you can get white girl wasted with boba tea, but I sure as hell will try. What a redeeming arc. I know everyone I've ever told that I don't like boba looked at me in a certain way where they're like, Gibby, how could you do this to me? Like, just shoot me right now where I stand. Might as well. Hey, Ame, thank you so much for the 6 months. Maybe pooping boba is a better choice for you? Pooping? Oh, popping! You said that on purpose. I read pooping. I'm not going to do that. Popping boba. God damn it. How did we get here from a jar? Because that's why I had they gave it to me in a jar. They gave it to me in a jar, which was cool. And usually when I get my boba, or whenever I decide to get boba, which is rare, they give it to me in a cup. But they gave it to me in a nice mason jar that was big, and it just looked so inviting, and they put like a wedge of fruit on it. I was like, oh, yummy. This is what happens when you start the stream with pooping. I'm trying to move on from poop. See, you're infatuated with it. What are you, you're a little freak. You're trying to tell me something, you little freak. I'm gonna kick your ass. All right, you know what? Let me find a new place. You know, the vibes are nice and humble here, but let's see if we can find a different place. Hold on, let me see. Where's that snack room at? We need to find the snack room. All stars. You opened the stream to it. You were all delusional. You all collectively hallucinated that. So don't give me that shit. Don't give me that, okay? Because that's your fault. You hallucinated it. It's not me. Down the fucking elevator. Hold on, give me a second. Where is? Okay, hold on. I'm looking for the snack bar. Okay, I think I know where it's at. Okay. Yeah, let me flip around. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You want the steps? Go up the steps. It's like fucking Super Mario. You know when Mario goes backwards? He's like, yahoo, 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 yahoo. He goes backwards. Okay, where are we at? Oh, look at that couch. Oh, that's a couch right there. Well, I'll be damned. Oh, that's a couch. Okay, I gotta lay on this bad boy. I gotta lay on it. Okay, let me see. How can I... All right, let me see how we do it here. All right. Okay, hold on. Flip it. How do I do this?
I just don't know.
Wait, give me a second here. Oh, it's so difficult to lay on. Okay, there we go. Fuck. It's not easy when you're this big, okay? When you're a giant man like I am, this is a lot difficult than it looks, okay? Crotch cam. Okay, there we go. That's probably the best it'll ever be. Maybe if there's like, hold on. There has to be a way where I can like...
How is your novel coming along?
Alright, there we go. Lay down. You know what? I like to see you fucking lay on a goddamn couch, okay? Okay, flip. Wait, oh my god. Okay, wait. Where are you getting? Sit down. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. Oh, that's better. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're talking. Now I'm kind of laying down. Ah, there we go. That's nice. I don't know why am I coughing today? What is happening to me? There we go. Nice and well rested. You know, everyone's like, oh, I can't sleep on a couch. I can't do it. Oh, I need a bed. Watch me. Watch me, puppy. The yacht is falling. Please don't look at my yachty. Please don't look at the yacht, okay? My eyes are up here. Oh, I know what you are. You're a man-ass enjoyer, aren't you? Ain't you? Well, you ain't getting any, okay? Because I don't give this stuff out for free. I don't give this yachty to anyone. Bitch. Yo, you gotta work for this. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? I have never been called Weather Boy before. You could have called me a bastard. You can call me like a chucklehead. You could have called me like a fuck boy. But you called me Weather Boy, and that is like that is the perfect insult.
No way.
Gooby Kegs. Just how much sugar, caffeine, or alcohol did you have before stream? Absolutely none. This is me with energy. I slept before the stream. I was absolutely sleepy, and I knocked out, and I woke up to my bubbies. So you're having me once again at the most energetic I've been. Can we call you F-boy? You can call me fuck man. Okay, fuck boy, no. Fuck man, yeah. Okay, none of this boy shit. I'm not a boy, I'm a man. So I prefer if you call me that. But be careful. YouTube might ban you. Yeah, you know what? There's so many gentlemen out there. over the age of 30, if you call them a good boy, you go, hey, good boy. You call them a good boy, they melt. You know, I'm not one of those guys, okay? That doesn't work on me. I don't care how dummy mommy you are or anything like that. If you come to me with a sultry voice and you say, oh, you're a good boy, huh? I'm gonna go, okay, no, I'm not a boy. First of all, okay, I'm a man. And no, I'm not good. I'm decent. Don't you dare tell me I'm a good boy. What the fuck is that? Boy? You know who you're talking to? I'm a man, okay? I'm aged, okay? You're looking at wine. You're looking at a red wine, tasteful and all, okay? Flavorful and all. None of this boy shit. None of this sports drink bullshit. I'm a decent man. I don't understand that, really. I don't understand that. Like, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. Like, maybe you're into the whole, like, you've been a good boy, haven't you? Haven't you been? Not me. I don't know. I'm not impressed. I'm giving you the neutral face. I'm giving you the nothing burger expression. You're a good old man. You're making me sound like I'm senile now. Like, oh, you good old man. Let me get you past the street. Thank you so much, Wooden Bear, for the 16 months. Good boy. Pat, pat. Oh, no. I like that. See, you threw in the pat, pat. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got a problem. See, that worked. Don't look at me. Look at my ass. Dude. Okay. Good night. We found his weakness. Oh, you wish. Oh, you wish in a billion years, okay? That's not my weakness. Although it did work. Although the pat-pat did work. Admittedly, it was very nice. But it's not my weakness, okay? And I don't think I have any weaknesses. Wait. I was gonna say a weakness, but if I were to say it, then that would mean that you would know it and potentially use it against me. Because when the AI warfare happens of the year 2030,
You're like a broken record.
AI will take over, and then you'll catch me with one of those robots that try to act like a human being, and then I'll be my downfall. You'll get me right into where you want, right into the web, and then you'll destroy me. But I'm smart, so I'm not going to tell you my weakness. Do it. No, do it, no balls. I have balls. They're very circular, thank you very much, okay? Very spherical. Sometimes I accidentally step on them. Okay, big softy. Okay, you see, now you're calling me out like, okay, now I have to tell you my weakness, okay? My weakness. You, oh God. See, I'm getting flustered thinking about it. Someone clipped, okay, we were playing Catherine, and someone clipped my type, okay? I have a second type.
Get your mind out of the game.
Okay, because I love all kinds of different, you know, types. That's like flavor right there. Okay, it's not just one. There's many out there. And like, so what if I like people who are on the heavyset side? There's a secondary. I don't want to talk about it, bro. Oh, how do I say it without? Okay, let me think. Okay, my second type. You are as like potentially maybe. Oh, God, why do I can't structure the sentence without making it seem like it's fucking weird. Okay. I'm thinking. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. So, you need to have like little glasses, right? Like glasses, and you're like the slightly crooked. You have like a lot of long hair. Okay. And you have very holdable hands. And maybe you are like slightly like, you know, you have like a sleeping issue like me. So you need constant cuddles. So we kind of like, you know, see, this is weird. This is weird talking about this.
Most of the
The librarian aesthetic. Yeah, a little bit like that. Like something like that. Like, because I'm a gargantuan man, so I tower over everyone. So it's already weird already. You writing that down? Yeah, like the librarian. Like if you like, maybe like, there's more like. I can't think, man, this sucks. Why can't I admit it? This is the second time I've been flustered. I'm finding out something about myself that I did not know, that I can get flustered immediately if you tell me what my type is. Because I've made myself flustered now twice. Twice.
It's irreducibly complex.
God damn it. Okay.
Just
Like, okay. First time, yes, I like big girls. Okay, great. But I also like, you know, like people who are not heavy set as well. How do I structure that correctly? Like I can't. Like, I guess what a good type to kind of like, dude, I'm so flustered. Fuck me. What is going on? Women. Yeah, women are great. So are guys. There are some guys where I'm like, okay, you're great too. You know? I go both ways. Ain't no problem with that. Fuck you. But it's rare though for me. You like women? Yeah, you like women. Women are great. They're fantastic. They make good cookies. Jesus Christ. He's kicking his feet. Me, when I think about women. The pansexual experience. Yes. I've made it no stranger to anyone that I'm a pansexual. Oh, I love pans. I can't get enough of them.
sounds about right.
Yes, but my type, wide girl fall and like scrawny girl winter. Yo, Pochi, thank you so much for the super. Resting your head on their upper body, isn't it? Okay, just because I'm a top doesn't mean... Oh, God. Here we go again. I'm being... The third time this stream I'm being flustered. Okay, look. I have no... In any way, nothing when it comes to being a bottom, okay? You cannot subject me to any kind of bottom-related... Like, I'm not a sub, I'm not a bottom, I'm none of this shit. I'm a top 100% of the time. And some people will be like, oh, tops don't say that. Tops don't say that. They don't say that. I'm like, how the fuck, as a top, how can I defend myself from not being deemed as anywhere below that? Because the moment that you say that you're a top, people immediately believe that it's not true whatsoever. And I don't understand that. You like it either way. I'll be the first one to admit if I were that, but I'm not. I would happily admit that. Denial makes it stronger? Who made that rule up? Shoot them. Shoot them in Minecraft, in Minecraft. I don't know who made that rule, but we need to box them on the side of the street. People who insist they're a top are usually the bottom. But the thing is, like, I am a top. I just don't know how to defend myself because people just think that I'm a bottom. I need to figure out a way because I can't just be like, there's either saying I'm a top and then be deemed as a bottom, or saying I'm bottom but be deemed as a top. Like, why does it work that way? Whoever did that, we need to like throw hands. Like, if genuinely, if I were a sub, if I were a bottom, I would admit to it. Why would I lie about something like that? Like, I don't understand the way that you act in front of Lady D. Okay, that's like the one fuck. Well, that's not really being a bottom. Like wanting to be dominated by a large, like 8'3" like woman. Like, how is that exempting? Like, how is that showing? Excuse me, any kind of behavior that's bottom? Like, yeah, so what? I was not expecting for this stream the couch conversation to be this. Isn't that the point of being a bottom? You want to be dominated? No, like I probably not. Is that the case? See, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I'm not a bottom. I can only confusingly say things as a top. Once again, I happily, I'm getting the fuck up. I'm getting the fuck up. Look what you made me do. You made me sit down on the couch. Okay, there we go. What in the world did I walk into? This is the couch conversation. I'm sitting up now. I'm not laying down anymore. Prove it? How do I prove it? How does a top prove anything? Because how does a top like me prove that I am a top? Because I can't in this community. in this fucking society. You are a bubby therapist.
You got it.
Being dominated doesn't make you a top. Oh, okay. What? It doesn't make you a top. Pull up some old clips and we'll figure it out if you're a top or not. I took the BDSM test. Okay. BDSM test. We've done this before on stream. I think we've done that before. We've even uploaded. We've uploaded that on Twitter. We're going to Twitter. We're going to twitter.com. Okay. Let me find it. Hold on, give me a second. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find the tweet. Found it. Okay. Found it. You want to see some fucking results? You want to see some fucking results? You want to see this shit? That was so fast. It's because I have fucking Google up. I got Google. Boom. Okay. These are my results. Take it for what you will. Okay. I don't know what the fuck, how some of this other shit is like. I fucking hate this. Okay.
No, sir.
I have taken these results time and time again, and they always have the same goddamn thing. 2024. I don't think I've changed in that time frame, though. I don't think I have changed. Like, I take it again, and somehow I'm just like different. I don't think I'm any different than that. 100%. I sat down there with my phone eating peanut butter and clicked every answer I thought was either good or bad. How can we be sure this is your test? What? Why would I give you a test that isn't mine? I'm retweeting it again. Hold on, where is it at? Okay, let me find the link. Give me a second here. Let me copy that. All right, I'm gonna quote retweet this.
I guess so.
Okay, let's see. What do I even say as this as a quote retweet? What do you mean 100% Brad Tamer? Where did that come from? When I take tests like this, I answer honestly. Like I don't like try to rig shit. I'm like, okay, let me openly answer and let me give my thoughts. I like to take quizzes like this because they're always so like, I guess, sentimental. I'm like, let me answer honestly. And this must be fake. How the fuck is that fake? Okay. I gotta quote retweet this. Let me see. I don't know what to quote retweet this. I still haven't changed. My results remain. I got 100% Brat Tamer 2 a couple years ago. What? Today's the day that I fucking die on stream. Today's the day that I die on stream. Okay, let me quote retweet this. Okay. I quote retweeted it.
Does the retinal scanner work for you?
And by the way, that was Flayon who told me to fucking do that thing, and I did. That was
Didn't you
Flayon's
already ask
request.
for that?
Flayon was like, please! That's what he told me. Please, he said. Take the fucking BDSM test. Take the BDSM quiz. I say this as someone who scored high on being a damn brat. You are a menace. When I find you, when so what is a brat? Can I look that up? Can I look up the BDSM test results? And what do they mean? What are the points that I can read? Let's see. Oh shit. Hold on, let me see.
You aren't going soft on that
BDSM
ethics
test
again, are you?
results.
I just don't see it that
How
way.
to see this? Rope bunny. What bunny? Where's that coming from? Rope bunny likes to be tied up and restrained using rope and other attributes. Okay, that makes sense. Not me, dude. Wait, I don't know. Should I retake this fucking quiz? Like, could you imagine that? I'm going to tie rope onto you. Like, it's already like getting to some weird shit. I don't know. I'm vanilla. Admittedly, I am. I don't think I'm that crazy. I don't think I'm that nuts where I'm like, hang me upside down and punch my nipple. Like, I'm not that nuts.
Have you attenuated the displacement beacon signal?
Couch activities. This is couch activities. If you get me on a couch, you get in weird ass conversations. What an example. Whoever submissive. Submissive like the follow. No, Jurard will let you know that's the last thing that I fucking do. When we were in Japan and I was drunk, apparently I just kept running off. I don't follow people. I will wander away from the group for whatever fucking reason because I'm dumb. All right. So I'm already not submissive. If someone was like, kneel for me, I'm like, fucking make me? You're gonna have to fucking throw them hands with me because it's gonna take a lot. You ain't doing that. Jurard was absolutely traumatized by the fact that I was drunk. He talks about it often. Someone like to give the control away to their partners. Some like to have it forcibly taken from them. Some are submissive only in the bedroom. What? Unlike the bottom roles receiving pain, okay, being submissive is more about who decides what happens. Okay, so let's say that you're in a drive-thru. You're like, hey, baby, you want McDonald's? And then that person's like, no! And then you're like, okay, shit. So is that being submissive, or is that just being like disagreeable? Like, what is submissive, and then what is it? Like, what if you just happen to have a very stern disagreement? Suddenly you're submissive. It's too late for this conversation. No! Brats. Okay, let's read what brat is. Brat. I thought the word brat was like someone who's just a fucking little shit. Like, get out of here, you little brat. Get the fuck out of here. You're like something like that, right? I always thought that word was used primarily for someone who keeps getting away with something. Like, you could use that word on like a squirrel or something. Like a squirrel outside keeps fucking burrowing, like, you know, in your backyard, eating your tomatoes. Like, get out of here, you little brat. You little shit. Brats are, in essence, naughty submissives. I've been using this word incorrectly the entire time. They find disobedience a form of playfulness rather than letting their dominant down and require a compatible dominant who will not only teach them a lesson, but also accept any number of lessons might still not... What the fuck? Lessons might still not necessarily change this behavior. Brats typically match well with brat tamers. Okay, the thing is, where I come from, with being a brat tamer. When I see a brat, you just want to put them in their place because they think they can like get away with everything. It's just like, you know, you can't, okay? Like you think, you're so cute running around, fucking, I want to play. No, I'm going to grab you and put you down and you're going to find out how just submissive you really are.
That double slit experiment really makes you ponder.
Primal prey. What is this primal prey? What am I? Primal parentheses hunter. See, I was under the assumption that the reason why once again, these percentages and these words that I'm going by, I don't know shit about, okay? Like I didn't know too much about myself up until I took this quiz, and most of it I disagreed with. Not everything was like, oh yes, I agree with this, I agree with this. Yes, 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 yes. I didn't even know that I was a hunter. Primals are mainly see, primal to me was like, I can get in tune with like my caveman Craig side of my the essence of being a man, okay? When I see like a slab of meat, I just want to I just kind of want to bite it, fucking yank it around and like smacking it shit, just because I have that caveman like urge in my body. I don't know why I'm like that. I just happen to be this way, okay? Primals are mainly focused on their natural instincts and they enjoy letting their inner animal out during you know what. The key part of the primals play is that the participants show their raw emotion feelings. Okay, the labels, roles, and protocols go out the window. so it's like a literal like prey scenario where there's like imagine like a bear running after like a deer or something like that. Okay, I can understand that. Because sometimes in my room, I kind of like pretend that I'm a bear and I crawl around and like, rah, rah, like I'm trying to see if I can hunt anything and like smack my plushies out the way, just to get it out of my system, you know, just to get those instincts. I don't ever want to harm anybody, so it's best if I let them all out on my plushies. So if you ever are like in the tavern with me and my doors are closed and you hear me growling on the other side, I'm pretending I'm a bear. Okay. Are you okay? I'm fantastic. I'm doing A-okay. Let me see. Master/mistress. I feel like I don't need to read this one. I think we all know what this is. Math and mistresses receive complete control over the life of the... Whoa! I'm not reading that. Holy shit. And all responsibilities that come with it. Like taxes? They go a step further than dominance in the sense that their power exchange is present 24/7 in all elements. Well, what the fuck? I can't read most of this. To allow optimal servitude. Optimal servitude. You gotta be a freak. You gotta be some kind of freak. Optimal servitude. Crazy. Although that is cool. Like, admittedly, that is pretty cool. You know, like, let's say, oh God, why is this flustering me? Yo, CMD, thank you so much for this super. I love having this stream cast on the TV to hang out. Great background noise to have when I'm talking to my friends. Hey friends of CMD, what do you think of this? My God. What is this? Degrader. What is degrader? Degrader. Let me read that. Wait, hold on. Degrade E. Ella Eves, thank you so much for the 22 months. Sickening. Can't even fart in my own facility now. Wait, where is it at? Thank you, by the way, for the 22 months.
I aim to.
Degrader. Let me read this. I don't know what half of these are. See, I feel like I'm more... The percentages on my thing are... I should retake this. I should retake this, but maybe not now. hold on. So I don't know half of the fucking things on here. The graders like to degrade and humiliate their play partners, either by acting upon them in a degrading way or by... Oh my god, okay. Degrading typically matches well with degradees. I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm learning that I'm a freak, dude. Oh my... CMD, thank you so much again for the super. They made me switch to canvas metal. You know what? Hold on. There you go. I'm sorry about that. I just gotta let it out, you know? What? Dude, I can't even sit on my own couch anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this a therapy stream? Okay, you know what? I can't sit on my couch. Let me stand up. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me zoom in again. Let me get to a better optimal position because this couch is cursed. Let me go ahead and see where we can walk around. Okay, there we go. Okay, back in action. Are those donuts? And has epic donut pues? Oh, we got snacks. Okay, we got some snacks. There we go. Do a T-pose. Doing a T-pose is dangerous. Hold on, let me sit over here a bit. Give me a second. All right. Who the fuck? Who wants M&Ms? Who wants the snackies? Or these? These are like the weird non-copyrighted snacks. These probably taste better than the real stuff. You know. There's like a place in the real life. They call it it's a mystical, whimsical land of Aldi. Does anyone know what an Aldi is? Can I see a raise of hands who, if you know what an Aldi is, then you truthfully know how to save big bucks. For those of you who do not know what an Aldi is, it's kind of like a secondary, secondhand, like grocery store, if I'm not mistaken. But they don't sell the main brand stuff. What I mean by that, you know, main brand stuff like Frosted Flakes and Cheetos and Kellogg's and all this stuff. Like, they have like substitutes. So instead of something like Fruity Pebbles, it's like Fruit Rocks. And instead of like Cheetos, it's like crunchy cheese. It's like off-brand. But arguably, you could argue that the off-brand stuff is just as good, if not better, than the real stuff. Uppercut chips. We have a similar one called Dali. Really, that's interesting. Because over here, where I come from, my neck of the woods, we call it Aldi. And it's inexpensive. It's not as expensive as the main stuff because all the primary main like brands that you get are just a little bit more on the expensive side. Maybe we've even had this conversation before, but I prefer off-brand stuff because they still use, like, most of the off-brand stuff kind of has the old ingredients that made the new stuff good. Like all that sugar, all that like yummy stuff that they got rid of will remain in the off-brand stuff. So Oreos, yeah, Oreos are great, and I don't think Oreos have changed anything. But would you eat Oreos or would you eat cream in betweens? If I had a choice between, like, if someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, Gibby," they hold out their two hands. Would you like Oreos in one hand, and in the other, cream in betweens? I'm gonna go with the cream in betweens. Fucking yes. Give me a cup of milk, and I will fuck up a sleeve of cream in betweens. Eat both and run. Dude, okay. Gibby ritual. I'm gonna give you a ritual real quick. One thing that Gibby loves doing. Don't look at me, okay? You're gonna look at me. You think I'm a little freak, okay? We already had the BDSM conversation. You're not ready for what I'm about to say. You know how some people, when you the classic cookies and milk. Some people, you know what they do? They grab a cookie, they dip it in the milk, they bite on it. It don't get better than that. I think we can all agree, cookies and milk, great combination. But I like to do something a little different. I like to do something a little different. I like to do something just a little strange. I know I'm going to get some eyes looking my way going, Gibby, how dare you? Gibby, how dare you? This is something that I never outgrew. I did this as a kid, and I still do this as an adult, and I don't know why. So instead of holding the cookie in the milk and just dipping it like that and eating it immediately, I get the milk, the cup of milk. I grab like 3 Oreos. And I throw that shit in. I don't even dunk them. I don't even just have them, in my hand. I just place them in the cup and they get soggy. And then I get a spoon after they get soggy and I scoop it up and I eat it. I fucking know that someone's gonna go, Gibby, what the fuck is wrong with you? Someone's gonna say, Gibby, what is your problem, mother? What is your major malfunction, bro? So you eat it like cereal. Well, it's not really like cereal, because cereal would be like little bits of the little bits that you get with cereal. They're all individualized, but it's like eating goop. Like the soggy Oreo goop. I eat that up. I like it. I like to dunk it in just a little bit, make it nice and soft, and then suck it up, sometimes. But I don't do it that often. It's just a ritual that I do every now and again. I like it, okay? The forbidden soup. Yeah, it's like goop soup. Goopy soup. Hey, Bunny Hugger, thank you so much for the soup. Off-brand foods tend to be made at the same factories as name-brand foods, so it makes sense why they taste just as good. I didn't know about store brands using the old recipes sometimes, though. Dude, oh my god. Thank you so much for the super, but Bunny Hugger, you just reminded me. Now, where are we at on the scale of Cheeto Puff to Cheeto Crunch nation? Where are we at? Are we Cheeto Puff supporters or are we Crunchy Cheeto supporters? Where are we on this scale? I'm genuinely curious. If you don't like Cheetos, you don't have to answer this question. I just need to know if we're Puff Nation or if we're Crunch Nation. I gotta know. Crunchy, Puffs, Puffy Cheetos gang. Hey, okay. Oh damn! You know what? Can we run a poll real quick? Is it okay if I run a poll real quick? I need to run a poll very, very quickly. I need to figure it out because I'm getting a lot of mixed signals. I can't tell if we are Puff Nation or Crunch Nation. Let me see. Start a Q&A. No, start a poll. Let's see. Are we Puff Nation? Hold on. Or Cheeto Nation? Question mark. Puffs. Crunch. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start the poll. All right. Genuinely, I need to know this shit. I need to know. Because before I say this story, the story that I have, I just need to know this first. I think that is a divided nation. Yeah, dude, it's hard to choose between these two. They're both really good. They're both delicious. There's only one correct answer. Only one. It looks like Crunch Nation. Willing to box over my crunch. All right, dude, put them up. Start slapping. We're throwing hands here. See, I'm a fat ass. See, let me restructure that sentence. Excuse me. I am a absolute buffoon. I will eat both of these and not really think twice about it. But if I had a preference, okay, I'm gonna let you guys vote just a little more here. I'll give it maybe a couple more seconds, and then I'll get to my story because this is where, you're gonna. The moment I tell this story, you're gonna want to seek out what I had. Immediately. We are a divided nation. What are the percentages like? Let me see. Is it a 50-50? It is a 50. We're ending that fucking poll. Let me see this. It's almost a 50-50. Look at that. Crunch barely scratching it. Puff's barely scratching a 50-50. 90 votes. They're so good though. They're both really good. I can't complain about it. Divided we stand. That's fucked. Crunch cheated. I mean, this is not too far of a margin. It's essentially a 50-50, although the numbers are, different. Just because it's not exactly that doesn't mean it's not a 50-50. It basically is. Okay, guys, I'm sorry to say this, but it's tipping in the Crunch favor. I love Cheeto Crunches. crunchy Cheetos so fucking much. But I have, once again, another weird thing that I do. I don't know why I'm admitting so many things this Zatsudan. I absolutely do not understand why. But when I have puffy Cheetos, I like to do this thing. Because you know when you bite into a puffy Cheeto, you have like the undercrust. You have like that yellowish like inside that you get, and the outer casing's like usually the vibrant orange that you get, that being the flavor dust or whatever the fuck, right? Okay. I like to nibble on the outer crust of the cheese so I can get a completely naked Cheeto. Does that make sense? That probably sounds fucking weird. I guarantee you that's a strange sentence to say. And sometimes I suck on it. Sometimes I like suck on it, like with the Cheeto to make it like a nice like yellow. You can do that yet? Next time you eat a puffy Cheeto, next time you have yourself a puffy Cheeto, don't bite into it. Nibble on it until you kind of make it naked. It's like fun. I feel like a squirrel, like a rat when I'm doing that, like eating cheese. I do that too, no way. I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I learned that from my younger brother. My younger brother used to do it. He was like, these are so fun. I'm like, oh, I want to try it. So sometimes like I will just eat them normally, but every now and again I'll just start nibbling on the sides of the Cheetos until it gets naked. It's kind of like how when you have like a body of grapes, like a bowl of grapes, and you kind of like peel the grapes individually. I cannot be the only one that does that. When I have grapes, I kind of like make them naked. Like I kind of peel them like they're an actual fruit. I mean, they are fruit, but you should try those candy breaking game snacks when you're back in Japan. I remember doing that. I remember playing with the Candy Japan like things that they had over there. I just ate it. I remember just eating it. Not even playing it. I do that too, peeling grapes. So you understand. So it's like peeling a grape, except it's a Cheeto, and you're just getting rid of the orange dust on top of it. This is a food crime stream, apparently. Hey, there's no crime when it comes to food unless you put pineapple and mango on pizza. That's the only fucking crime that exists, okay? That's the only time where I have a bit of a problem. That's the time, that's when we start slap boxing. Frozen grapes are peak. Dude, I had the biggest, like, I don't know what they were. They were big purple grapes, and they were divine, dude. They were so goddamn good. Grapes, that's where it's at, man. All-time favorite fruit right next to watermelon and coconut. Mango pizza. More pizza for the pineapple tolerators. I'll never forget it. I will never forget it. We tried pineapple on pizza on stream for the first time last year when we played Elden Ring. It was like an 8-hour stream. I don't know why that stream was so fucking long, but we ended up having a conversation where I ended up ordering pizza live and trying pineapple on pizza for the first time. And I wasn't disappointed. I think I gave it like a solid 7 or an 8. It wasn't anything crazy. I wasn't like through the roof, like this is the best topping I've ever had in my life. It was good. It was good. But I'm still going to be a little hater. Mango on pizza is a different story. And I would be the one to tell you right now, just because I'm such a picky ass eater, that's probably good too. Because if you ever see those trays at the grocery store that have like the crackers and sleeve of like different assortment of like saltine crackers and meats and cheese, and then they have grapes in there, like sweet and sour, things that aren't usually the norm for one another to go together, go good together, surprisingly. Durian on pizza? Well, durian's tasty, from what I've heard, but I have not had durian in a while. It tastes nice on barbecue chicken. See, that's where it's at. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm coughing, but get this. Barbecue chicken pizza. Okay, that's what you need in your life. It'll change you. Isn't durian buttery? I thought durian was more like a smoother, kind of like sweeter fruit. Well, once again, I wouldn't know because I have not had durian before. Is there anything that you can't put on pizza these days? There is a place not too far from me. It's funny that you say that they have blueberry pizza. Blueberry. What the fuck? Blueberry? Wait, hold on. Let me see something. Let me look this place up. I think this place is like an hour drive. It's not too far from it. Let me see something. I need you guys to understand this. Okay? Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. You're gonna fucking like, you're gonna see this shit and you're gonna go, what in the world? That's what you're gonna say. That's the first word that's gonna fly out of your mouth. First couple of words. Here we go. Let me see. Where is it? I know where it's at. And they have some of the most strange like flavors I've ever seen for a pizza. Where is it? I'm going to find it. Papa John's? No, thank you. No, thank you. Guys, I can't stand it. I can't do it. I can't fuck with Papa John's. I'm so sorry. Giant savory blueberry tart-esque. See, that sounds good in concept, but it's execution that you need to get right. Let me see. Where's that? The pizza is eluding me. I want lemon pizza. Lemon? Lemon pizza? Pardon my French? Pardon my lemon pizza. Papa John slander. Okay. This is not... Okay, what I'm going to say about Papa John's Pizza, this is my own opinion. May it not reflect the company that I work for or the talents in this industry either, okay? This is my own opinion that I will form right now, and this is opinionated. Don't let my word take over the power of people who enjoy that kind of pizza. I am not a big Papa John's fan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said it. I know I did. Found it. Found the website. Hold on. It's mid. It's weird. It's like cold. Well, to be fair, I think I've only had it cold. Anytime I've ordered it, I'm like, oh, I'm so ready to get some nice warm pizza in my gullet. And then it's like the most like fridge dried like slices you've ever seen. It's never been any different. Maybe it's just I keep running into bad like, you know, bad sessions of ordering pizza, I guess. I don't know, but almost like 9 times out of 10 I get from them and it's never any different, and I don't know why I do that to myself. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna read this out loud and you're gonna freak out. You're gonna freak the fuck out. Small mashed potato, bacon, shallot, sour cream, chive drizzle pizza. What the? What? Let me read it again, just in case you didn't understand what I just said. Mashed potato, bacon, shallot, sour cream, chive drizzle pizza. It sounds good, even it looks good, but what a strange combination of items to put on pizza. I think pizza is great just because it's an all-encompassing like kind of food that you can put anything on and see if it works. Sometimes you'll hit, sometimes you'll miss. Okay, now here's something that is pretty normal in my world. Buffalo chicken red onion gorgonzola pizza. That is good. You're having a good time right there. You're bringing that to the party. If you're bringing that to the function, you're gonna see bright smiles. You're gonna see ear-to-ear smiles. And here's another one. Chicken bacon ranch. The only time that I'll fuck with ranch is when it's on pizza. Okay? I think I've changed my opinion on that. Ranch on pizza is pretty goddamn good. That's like the best shit ever. Ranch on pizza? Come on back. You're sick. Quite frankly, I'm very healthy. I will order 3 slices of giant fucking pepperoni pizzas. I'm so healthy. Okay, now this is where I stop. Okay, this is where I stop with enjoying what they have on here. Chicken pesto with pine nuts. What? You're putting nuts on your fucking pizza? What do you mean? What do you mean? It all comes down to personal taste, I guess. I don't know if I like chocolate marshmallow pizza. I think I would if I was like at a proper function, you know, like if I was like at the campgrounds, hanging out with the boys, we're camping outside, got roasted weenies and marshmallows, and someone brings out the marshmallow pizza. Hey, yo, give me that shit, you know? Pine nuts are often in pesto already. That's strange. It's a nutty pizza. Nutty pizza. Let me see. Okay, the classic pepperoni. Okay, look. Pepperoni S tier. Top of the top. Top of the top. No one's jumping over pepperoni. I'm sorry. No sausage, no cheese, no mushroom pepperoni. The god of the gods. Okay, this is the Zeus of toppings. We're talking Zeus here. Pepperoni, my beloved, you never did me any wrong. You're always good when you're good. The classic pizza topping. Classic pizza topping. The only pizza topping that you need, pepperoni pizza. Ooh. Not even meat lovers? Hey, don't you skip out on meat lovers. We're talking barbecue pork, Fuji apple, and red onion? Whoa, hold the phone. Barbecue pork, Fuji apple, red onion pizza? Wait, what in the world is Fuji apple? Fuji apple on pizza? Hey, that's a fruit salad. That's what I'm thinking. Now we're putting fruits on the pizza. What is this shit? It sounds good. I mean, red onion. That's what I'm talking about. I love me a red onion. What is that? Tell me if this sounds good. What? Okay, no, I need to try this. This sounds good. Pulled pork, mac and cheese, jalapeno cornbread pizza. Excuse me? Pulled pork, mac and cheese, jalapenos, cornbread? Mac and cheese? Mac and cheese, I get it. Too many carbs. I feel like this is like this place, this pizza place, you probably want to come here when you're like, when you've just ran like a billion yards or something and you're devilishly hungry, or you've been stranded in the middle of the woods or the desert, just fucking sweating. You're like, ooh, I have not seen food in years. Like, you probably will want to come here. Because this is like Ninja Turtles pizza. This is like the fucking TMNT Turtles like decided to make some shit. What? Banana peppers. I can't. Fuck, dude. Dude. Close friend of mine. He's a great fella. He swears on banana peppers that they're the best thing that you can put on a pizza. I disagree. I'm sorry. I don't want to break anyone's heart. Here. Banana peppers are great. But pepperoni is right there. But pepperoni is literally right there. Why would you? Maybe if you combine the two. Maybe if you could. What is this? Sweet potato, honey, goat cheese pizza. Did you say goat cheese pizza? Sweet potato, honey, goat cheese pizza? No. Stop. Goat cheese? Ugh. I can't fuck with it. Sounds good. I am always willing to try new things. I am always willing. Goat cheese is good. I've had goat cheese before and it wasn't good. It didn't smell good. It didn't taste good. It didn't look good. And boy, howdy, was I right. I remember my roommate at the time, they were like, hey, try this. And I was like, what is this? They're like, just try it. I ate it. I was like, did you fucking poison me? Are you trying to kill me? I'm going to die now, aren't I? And I, no, don't worry. It's just goat cheese. I'm like, goat cheese? What do you mean goat cheese? What did they do to the goat to make cheese out of it? I don't know what they did. Maybe it was bad. Maybe it was. Maybe I had a bad run-in with goat cheese, but I gotta try it again. I need to try it again. What texture was it? It was like, it was like I don't want to compliment it, okay, because it was smooth, it was like crumbly, and it had like a very thick, like wet taste, and I ate it and it looked good. I remember them giving it to me. I was like, hey, that's pretty and then I died, and then I fell on the ground and I started convulsing. But I'm always willing to try something twice, maybe even 3 times at best. But then again, like, who knows? I'm vanilla, evidently. To the BDSM test, I'm vanilla. His weakness, yeah, I guess that is my weakness. It's like, oh, here goes that sniper gibby. How do I take this guy down? I gotta figure out a way. Throw goat cheese at him. You'll fucking hate it. I've been watching an anime recently. I forget the name of it. It's like, what's the name of the anime? It's a brand new one. I have Crunchyroll. I was watching it. I call it the Garbage Man anime. It's about this, like, people who live, like, high up in these mountains, I guess. And if they do something bad, they get thrown into a pit. And in the pit, there's nothing but a bunch of garbage and shit. There's, like, garbage monsters and everything like that. How do you say that? Gucci Akuta. Gachi Akuta, am I saying that correctly? Yeah, I've been watching. Oh, you know what? Let's have a conversation not near the snack station. What the fuck? I rhymed. Okay, let's find here. Oh, gee, I just broke my fucking legs. Okay, where can we have a conversation where it's like... Let me see. Hold on. Oh, no, that's the bathroom. We already went into the bathroom. Dude, my ankles just fucking split.
I reckon so.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we can sit right here at the steps. Let's sit on the steps. Let's sit on the steps. Okay, 1 second. Let me go ahead and let's get in sitting position. Go over here. Hold on. You like animes? Yeah, I've been watching a bit more anime. Hold on, let me go ahead. Oh boy, I got some for you guys. I got opinions on anime. I've been watching a lot of anime recently. Hold on. Okay, there we go. That's a good sitting position. Okay, so 3 animes I've been watching recently were the one that I just mentioned. I call it the Garbage Man anime. What's it called again? Fuki. Oh, God damn it! I already forgot the name. I need to say it correctly. Garbage Man anime. That's what I call it because I don't know it. Gachi Akuta. Okay, I've been watching this. This is a relatively new anime, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But from what I know, there's a society that lives high up in these like amazing mountains, and they're rich, they're pompous, and they're kind of up their own ass. But it's a beautiful like area. It's absolutely gorgeous up there. But the I guess, I don't know what they call them, security officers or people who patrol the streets to make it clean, they're really hard on people when they screw up. What if you accidentally like do something that's up like even remotely harsh, they will treat you in that manner and throw you into this pit. And they'll throw your ass in there, and in that pit is garbage and filth and muck and all this nasty shit. And it's a really cool fucking anime because the main protag of the story lives like in these mountains and everything up in these amazing places, and he gets thrown down there. I'm not going to say how or why, but he gets thrown down there, and then he meets these assortment of cast of characters, and they're all really cool. The style of this anime is fucking awesome. I don't know, they do this weird like perspective with the eyes and expressions so often that it is crafted masterfully. I've been enjoying my time with it a lot. I love the designs of the characters. There's a character named Engine. He looks so fucking cool. He has a big hearty laugh, and I'm like, dude, Engine's my man. I love the way his design is. His fucking weapon is an umbrella. What the hell? Like, this is some crazy shit. And the protag, I'm kind of learning how to enjoy this character archetype, because I'm not too big on that character archetype. The kind of like, you know, he's broody, a little moody, kind of like dark in his prime. Not really. Doesn't really have that much of a personality, but he's growing into one. He's kind of like becoming more of a character as the episodes go by. He's a little like, he gets embarrassed and flustered very quickly, but he's still kind of a rude boy. Think of like Shadow the Hedgehog with like more of a warm heart. That's what this character kind of reminds me of a little bit. It's really good. I would recommend the anime right now. I'm a couple episodes in, although I'm not really watching it every day. I absolutely should sit my ass down and watch more episodes, because any episode I have watched has been great so far. And I'm not too sure how many seasons there are. I think it's really brand new. The art is cool. The art is sick, man. The way that it's animated too is brilliant. Like it's don't sleep on this anime. It's really good. It's seriously actually really good. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it too, because I was watching this shit. I'm like, man, this is fucking sick. Oh my god. Okay. But there's one anime out there that I watched and I was like, what is happening to me? What am I watching? And before I say this, once again, let me phrase this in a way where it doesn't seem like I'm shitting on anyone who's developed this. Because mind you, this creatively, you're gonna have people who you're gonna disagree with creatively. Not every video game that you play is gonna be fun. Not every anime you watch is gonna be great. You're gonna have some disagreements, and this is my opinion. May this reflect only me and not anyone that I work for or any talent in this industry or the company that I work for. Okay, let me just rephrase that right now. This is my opinion and only my opinion. There is an anime that I wanted to love because of the designs and the animation style was brilliant. It was called Sanda. Does anyone know what Sanda is? It almost sounds like Santa. Sanda. S-A-N-D-A. I think I didn't like it. I watched Sanda for the very first time and I loved the style of the characters. The creator of Beastars. It's funny because Beastars is good. Like, Beastars is like fucking brilliant, right? I watched that yesterday for the first time. Yeah, and I was like, hey, I'm a big fan of Beastars. Why not like check out Sanda? Like, let's see some Sanda, baby. And it's like about this guy who's a descendant of Santa Claus. And for whatever reason, this version of Santa is like ripped or something. He almost has it like as a... I'm not gonna spoil too much, but all you need to know is that there's a kid in school and he can like transform into Santa Claus. It sounds fucking crazy, but this Santa Claus is like ripped. He's like strong as fuck and he's cool as hell looking. And when I saw like a couple of clips on like Twitter and I saw some like, you know, screenshots as well, I was like, damn, this goes hard. This goes dummy fucking cool, man. I want to watch this shit. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, what? No. GB, she just announced a new manga and the premise for that is just, it's ridiculous. My jaw dropped. No way. I really want to know what's going on in her mind. Creatively, that's badass. Like, I've never seen an anime like that in my life, or nor have I ever witnessed a manga of that caliber before. Like, Santa Claus of all characters? What the fuck? Like, yeah, that's badass. That's cool. But it's not to my liking. The first episode felt like 8 episodes in one. That's how crazy it was. Like, that's the reason why I didn't like it. It's because it felt like the first episode you were getting taught absolutely everything that you need to know about the anime before it goes forward. But it was, once again, it felt like 8 episodes combined into one episode, which made for some really curious, like, like, the way that the characters were talking and the way that the pacing was, it was just happening like this. It felt like I was on a fucking freeway going about like 90 billion hours like per mile. It was nuts. But I didn't like it. And I think the reason why I didn't like it was because it was a pacing related issue. I love it when my anime is paced. When the first episode makes you want more. When you see the first episode, that's your hook. If you're not hooked in by the first episode, kiss me goodbye. I'm not that. I don't have that tolerance. I don't have that level of patience specifically when it comes to anime. If you don't hook me in the first episode, then by God darn it, I'm not watching it ever again. There's an anime out there that will get you on the first episode. There's an anime out there that I would like all of you to sit the fuck down and watch, and I mean that lovingly. Yu Yu Hakusho. My beloved. Yu Yu Hakusho, my beloved Yu Yu Hakusho, thank you for existing. Thank you for being there. Thank you for having a glorious fucking, like, you know, transition into anime, because the manga was great. The fucking anime did it justice. It's peak, and peaky. Peak, and peaky. The reason why I love Yu Yu Hakusho is because the pacing is there. There's not a single episode that has gone by that you need to skip out on. Every fucking episode is just as important as the last. And it doesn't take too much of your time either. Yu Yu Hakusho was not that long. It's there. It's there. And it did its thing. It served its purpose. And it lived down in infamy because of how fucking awesome it was. Favorite Yu Yu Hakusho character? Okay, I want you to guess. Okay? I want you to make a fucking guess. Go ahead. I'll give you a hint.
He talks like this. He kind of goes around. He kind of sounds like this a little bit.
Kind of sounds like Muscle Man. Come on. Oh, there it is. You already knew it. Also, Cat and Spinach, thank you so much for the super. Gibby, they need you in the chest chamber. Thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. Crowbar is the best. He's an underdog. I know he's not the strongest of the boys, but he's there, man. I love characters like that so fucking much, by the way. Characters that really don't hold, you know, a match to a flame, but in the grand scheme of things, they are at the most. They hold the most potential, and they also hold the most power in the group. That's what Kuwabara is. He has such a heartfelt upbringing. I absolutely fucking love the fact that they didn't just, like, you know, he was a one-off character, like just a bully. Like, no, he has a purpose. He's a bully with a heart, a bully with background, and he loves cats, dude. I love cats too. I love this character because he doesn't have these crazy-ass superpowers, at least not in the beginning, but he eventually grows to the most important character, if not, like, one of the best. I love Kuwabara, man. It's my guy. Dude, he's so good. The pompadour, yeah, he's got a orange pompadour. He wears white. He primarily uses like a blue, like, school uniform for like most of the anime, but through half the anime he eventually gets the really badass gear. He's so fucking sick, and I love his voice is so silly. And I can't recommend that anime enough. Like, the pacing is good. The pacing is great. I cannot stand when anime does this, because there are a lot of big anime heads out there who are like, oh yeah, this anime is fantastic. One Piece, I'm talking about One Piece here. Yeah, this anime is fantastic. It's got like 1 billion episodes. You can skip this episode, you can skip that one, you don't need to watch this one. I'm like, what? Why am I skipping episodes? That's a big turnoff for me. It is a massive turnoff. And I want to love One Piece. I wish I could get into One Piece. I love Pirates, dude. Pirates, I just love the aesthetic. I love the open seas. I love that so much. I love the character designs. I absolutely adore the style of One Piece. It's down my alley. But it's daunting. It's daunting. And I think a lot of people, excuse me, I'm so sorry for sniffing. A lot of people would argue, well, you need to get through the first couple of episodes to get hooked. And I'm very stingy, I'm very picky, and I'm like a baby. I'm like a stingy baby. You know when you're like feeding a baby food and the baby's like, I don't want it. It's kind of like that for me right now. Like, yeah, the anime is great. It's fantastic. It's one of the biggest ongoing animes of all time. One of the longest running mangas, this and that. I wish I could get into it, but it feels like you have to hop on board. Like, you have to be an OG head or someone who's really dedicated to get into it. Like, right now, my level of interest in One Piece wavers. It goes from, like, maybe I'll hop on it to, like, maybe I won't. And then something else takes priority over it, like this new anime that I'm watching, like the one we just, Garbage Man anime. I'm like, hey, this is more digestible. It's a bit more small. It's not this wide, ongoing manga series that's lasted since the 90s or anything like that. It's relatively new. Like, I can consume anime like that. But it's like Persona. It's like you really got to sit your ass down and dedicate a good chunk of your life to something. And it's because of that it makes me scared. It makes me scared. I wish it wasn't like that. Because you could easily just say, like, just sit down and watch a couple episodes. Yeah, I would, except for the fact that everyone that I've ever known has spoiled One Piece in some way accidentally, and then you learn about like certain character deaths, you learn about certain character powers that you're not supposed to know of until you read the thing, and the spoilers are out there no matter what. Man, it sucks. Like, I want to get into it, but at this point, I'm living and watching that anime vicariously through my friends right now. I stopped reading One Piece after time skip. I liked your old designs more. I think a lot of people would agree with that. I only watch One Piece with my sister because she loves the show and gives me the summary of most of it. I feel like if I had someone like that in my life, if someone would sit me down and hold my hand as I watch the anime, then maybe I could enjoy it. But I'm gonna be stingy. I'm gonna be stingy about it. The Gib piece is real. Another anime that I love that I can't really defend this anime. I just think this is like one of those guilty pleasure animes where I kind of like blush when you talk about it. Fruits Basket. Till this day, I think Fruits Basket is a great fucking anime. I haven't watched the remake yet. I've only watched the original Fruits Basket. But I know it's not the best, and I know that the manga seriously has some crazy shit, but the anime kind of like did its own thing, and I love the anime for that reason. I fuck with Fruits Basket. I still think it's one of the more humbling kind of like, it still has a bit of a like, not a, what's the word? It has like a mystery vibe to it. Like, you find out more about like those brothers and everything like that. It's just like, oh, this is so like, I don't want to spoil anything. If you haven't seen Fruits Basket or read Fruits Basket, I absolutely recommend that you see that shit. The remake is manga accurate? No shit. I need to see that, man. Because I remember like watching the anime first and then reading the manga. I was like, what? They skipped this? They didn't put this in here? That would have been crazy if they actually, you know, show that, but they didn't. That was one of my starter animes when I was super young. That's so sick, dude. It's funny because I felt like that was kind of the same way for me. But my gateway to most anime was through Toonami. Which, if you guys do not know, Toonami is a animation block that time and time is on Adult Swim, where instead of showing like Family Guy, American Dad, and Futurama, all this shit, they show actual anime, but it's dubbed, not subbed. It's dubbed. And that, as a kid, was my gateway into anime. Like, I think most people who are from the Americas, you could say that they got into anime because of Toonami, because Toonami was like the only block that I knew of at the time, or shit, maybe the only block in existence in my era, the 2000s, early 2000s, where anime could be shown in that way. Aside from 4Kids television, which we don't talk about. I think most people don't. We kind of just skip 4Kids. We don't really speak about what goes on there. But Toonami was like my gateway was Inuyasha. I loved Inuyasha, loved watching it with my older sister. We would just sit down and watch Inuyasha all fucking night. We'd watch Shin-Chan, which was our Cran Shin-Chan, excuse me. Love that fucking... But the thing is, like, our Shin-Chan was so different from the Japanese Shin-Chan. It was a lot more derogatory. The humor was very outdated and very raunchy, but it's a different vibe over here in America. That's how they kind of did it for Adult Swim. While in Japan, it's more of a feel-good vibe. It's more of a silly, like, crude feel-good vibe in Japan. While over here in America, it was more rude and a bit more cruel. And I thought that was really interesting. But it was still really funny at the time. But I think I enjoy Cran Shin-Chan now just because it's not that. And a lot of anime in that era, for whatever reason, did that for Americas, where it's like, oh, that's an anime. Let's kind of do whatever the fuck we want with it, dub-wise. So weird. But the other anime that I enjoyed, I'm trying to think of the Case Closed. Detective Conan was also another series that I was introduced to that I loved because it was so good. I remember as a kid it was good. I have not watched Detective Conan in so fucking long after the fact, but I remember as a kid I was like fucking at the edge of my seat. I was like, yo, I gotta watch this next episode. What the fuck happens after this? What is going on? Is this kid gonna die? We need him to be alive. Oh no! Like Detective Conan was, that was as good as it got. And I remember like Detective Conan was also like a strange entry to like the Phoenix Wright series for me. I was like, what? Because I remember enjoying so much of Detective Conan because it was such a, of course, a detective noir mystery style anime. And then a lot of my friends at the time and my siblings were like, dude, oh my god, if you love Detective Conan, there's a really cool series called Phoenix Wright. And I'm like, oh, Phoenix Wright, what is that? And I got into the pool of fandom when it comes to the Phoenix Wright series. And, you know, Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright. Oh, Nick, kiss that man. Like, you know, got into that whole fandom at one point in my life. I kind of miss that fandom. It's weird saying that I miss that fandom, considering that I could easily join it at any point, but I think that fandom is well past my prime. I sound old saying that. I'm trying to think of like other fandoms that I loved. Now, don't knock on it. I have a love and hate relationship with My Hero Academia. I love My Hero Academia, but I hate it at the same time. I kind of roll my eyes when I hear the dub, and there are times where I'm just like, oh my god, here we go again. But there's something about My Hero that I absolutely love. I think it's just the way that it's executed and the way that they set up their characters well. It's not dog shit or anything like that, but I feel like there are, once again, a couple of episodes where it's just like, Jesus, this is so fan servicey. My god. Like, yeah, My Hero Academia, like, if you can forgive that anime, you will enjoy that, because I feel like in its core, in its roots, it is a very good, meaningful story about a lot of heart, and it's about heroism, and it's about like caring about other individuals and passing those traditions down. Like, the heart of My Hero Academia is the strongest part about that anime. But then there, once again, these fan servicey episodes and characters where it's just like, oh, come on. That's why I have a love-hate relationship with My Hero Academia. I love it, but I fucking hate it sometimes. Have you seen the newer episodes, GB, the final season right now? I have been looking at it, glimpsing every now and again. I will admit I have fallen out of the later seasons and manga issues of My Hero, but I've been wanting to get back into it recently. But I kind of want to do that in my private time where no one's looking, so I don't get judged for enjoying My Hero Academia, because a lot of people who like My Hero for some reason are just easy pickings, and I get it. But I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. I might get into it eventually, try to see if I can waver back right straight into reading it again. But the fandom in My Hero is fucking crazy. There's a lot of fandoms out there now that I feel like are very like, I can't even think of one fandom where I'm like, nothing goes wrong here. There's not one single fandom that I can think of where I'm like, oh yeah, there's no issues, there's no crazies. Because you know how every fandom has that one particular group of people where it's just like, oh god. I'm trying to think. Here's a good question for you, bubbies. Other than, of course, HOLOSTARS, because we have our own fandom here. When it comes to any cartoon, any anime, any book or movie, what is one of your favorite fandoms that you have been in or are currently in? Because I remember really enjoying this. I hate saying this. The Steven Universe fandom. I love Steven Universe, but there are times where I'm like, what's going on? Transformers? You're fucking awesome for saying that. Hatelia? Wait, is Hatelia that one anime? Am I saying that correctly? Is that the anime? Wait. Is that one where it's... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on, let me sit my butt down. There we go. I apologize. Hold on. Right there. Okay. Godzilla. Oh, dude, Godzilla. Let's go, baby. I fucking... Dude, Red Alone might be one of my favorite, like, kaiju-based characters. Red Alone's so sick. Hatelia. The Ace Attorney fandom. See, the Ace Attorney fandom was pretty fucking big. Like, I think it still is big. It's funny that the Ace Attorney series has not had a brand new spanking game in so long, and the series continues to be successful just because of the designs and the way the characters act with one another. It's so good. I only interact with Stars fandom. Other than that, I enjoy stuff on my own or talk with friends. Yeah, I feel like other than Stars fandom, I like to dip my toes in other fandoms. I don't like to get into it, like get into the trenches and the ocean of other fandoms. I like to like kind of like have a little light snack, a little light treat into fandoms. Hypnosis Mike. Twisted Wonderland. Oh, dude, I have with me. Where's my... Oh, I have it right here. Speaking of Twisted Wonderland, I have... I'm gonna grab it right now. Oh, shit. There goes my Bubby plushing. What's it called? I have a Twisted Wonderland plushie literally in my hands right now. Leona King Scholar. That's what it says on the front. I think I've opened this before. Let me go ahead and open it real quick. It's really sick, man. He's like a little guy. He has like green eyes. He looked like me, so I immediately gravitated towards him. I don't play Twisted Wonderland, but all I know is that this character had like, you know, darker skin and green eyes, and I was like, hey, that's me. So I picked him up immediately, and I fucking I love him. I love the plushie that came with it, and it looks like I'm holding it right. You can probably hear it, but I'm holding it in my hands. I've yet to open this, but all I know is that the fucking design kind of went off, dude. The design goes off. It's so good, and I had to pick up the plushie. I'm not even a big fan of Twisted Wonderland, but all I know is that the character designs absolutely fucking rock. It's getting an anime suit? No shit. Are you serious? An anime? To this day, I'm a big fan of Plave. They are also VTuber idols in Korea. Oh, dude, fucking yes. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Drawing Gibby and Leona side by side. Hey, that'll be awesome. Plave. Am I saying that correctly? Plave? Or is it Plave? I want to say it correctly. I don't want to be ignorant. Plave is awesome. Let me look them up. Let's see. Plave members. Let me see. So it's Plavey. Oh wow, they're handsome. I don't know who the character is with the pink hair. I don't know who that person is, but I like them a lot just because appearance-wise. There's a character with red eyes who I like as well. I don't know who these people are, but I guarantee you they're probably very, very lovely individuals. And damn, they know how to dress. These guys know how to dress. Can we just agree that they look good? What is this? Handsome. Okay, I like the pink-haired gentleman. The pink-haired gentleman looks cool. The pink-haired gentleman looks like he might know how to, like, have a good snack or two. Like, I go out eating with that guy. Let's go grab something, dude. Let's grab some num-nums. Let's grab some food together, bro. Hey, Storm, thank you so much for the super. Never got into the fandom, but Angels of Death. Angels of Death? What is that? Let me see. Angels of Death. Let me look that up real quick. What is this? Ooh, it's an anime, baby. Hey, CMD, thank you so much for the super. Leona is literally my favorite Twisted Wonderland character. Oh no, my Oshi type is showing. Hey, you know what? That makes two of us because I love him too. I don't know anything about Twisted Wonderland other than the fact that the character... Leona had melanin and he has green eyes. And I'm like, I have green eyes. I have melanin. Give me that plushie. Angel of Death is a nice RPG Maker game. It looks really fucking cool though. Oh, it's on the Switch? Wait, is this... Was this a manga first, an anime second, and a game last? Or was it a game first before it came into an anime? What? Let me see this. Because it's on the Switch. It was a game first. Game first, anime, then manga. No shit! Let me look at the gameplay of this real quick. Oh, wow. This looks like this would be down Flayon's... Flayon must have played this game at some point. This looks like a Flay game. You know how Flay... Oh, what? They had a collaboration with fucking Identity 5? I fucking love Identity 5. I wish we could have perms for Identity 5. If we had Identity 5 perms, you would be seeing me play that game so fucking often. That is so sick. I remember when Identity 5, they did a collaboration with Danganronpa, and then they did a collaboration with Persona. So fucking cool, dude. I love Identity 5. If you guys don't know what Identity 5 is, it's like anime Dead by Daylight. But honestly, it's better Dead by Daylight because the survivors are actually fun to play as. But hey, that's just my own opinion. Polar, thank you so much for the super. I'm more of a music person, so the only fandom in this is Espa. I love them so much. Hey, they sound cool. That's really sick. That's really dope. I wish I can get into like more anime. Angels of Death, I'm seriously interested in seeing it. The fact that it was a game first before it became an anime and then it turned into a manga. Hey, yo, Shinri, welcome out in, brother man. Thank you for stopping on by. You caught us in between talking about anime. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, Kois. We're just having a yap session. We're just talking at the moment. We're talking about anime, and we're talking about specifically Angels of Death. I've never seen it. And we're also in Black Mesa right now. Hey, thank you so much for the gifted, by the way. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to have you. But welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yap session are great. Hope you're having a good one. Thank you, Shinri. Hope you're having a good one, too. Hope you had a blast streaming. That's what were you playing out of curiosity? What was Big Shinri playing? We were talking about Twisted Wonderland and how I kind of want to get into it, and it's having an anime soon. Twisted Wonderland's getting an anime? Is it a mobile game? I think it's a mobile game. I don't know shit. All I know is that Leona is fucking awesome. That's all I know. All I know is that Leona has a really cool plushie and I have it right here. Silent Hill F. I still need to hop on Silent Hill F, man. I've been, sadly to say this, I've been a little spoiled. I've seen a lot of Twitter clips on Twitter and spoiled myself a bit, but I don't think that's going to take away from the enjoyment, because from what I've heard, the boys have been playing it and it looks like a lot of fun, and I love the fact that the main character can actually swing and fight. I think that's badass. She's so cool. I gotta give it a try. Gotta find a place, gotta find a time for it. Maybe not next week, because next week, thank you for reminding me about this. Next week, we are going to be doing a Ouija board stream. We're going to be doing a Ouija board stream. And a lot of you guys raised your concerns my way, and hopefully I can qualm them. I don't want to make it so that you guys are frightened for my safety or anything like that. I have played with Ouija boards in the past. I played them with family. I played them with friends, and they're always terrifying. And of course, we have the like smudge sticks that we need. I have everything that I need to make sure that if something bad does happen, we can kind of get rid of any like bad spirit. I played with these before, and the reason why I wanted to do a stream like this is because I had so much fun playing with them in the past. Be careful, I absolutely will. There's nothing to worry about, but I'm very curious to see, because now I don't mean to freak myself out saying this, but oh my god, I cannot believe I haven't told you the story yet. So I got the Ouija board. I bought this recently. I've been looking for one. I was going to order one off of Bamazon.com, and for the love of me, I could not find one at a price that I wanted. And every Ouija board that I looked at just looked flimsy. It didn't look good. It just looked goofy and everything like that. And I just didn't buy it. For the longest time, I was like, am I going to do a Ouija board stream? Is it going to be like, when am I going to find time for this? Because I can't even find a right board. And I went to a store recently, and funnily enough, I found it at an anime figurine store, which was even stranger. So I was like, hey, it's right here. It's nice and heavy. I'll buy it. I'll take it. So I drove back home, and I placed it inside of my living room. And I put it in a bag and placed it in the living room. And I totally forgot about it, okay? Now, this is a fucking creepy-ass story. I cannot wait to tell you this. So, that day, I went home, got my Ouija board, placed it on the ground, and it was in my living room, and it was nice and set in a bag. I didn't unwrap it. I didn't unravel it, and it still is in my living room unwrapped. Or rather, it's completely wrapped and yet to be open. So, during that day, I get really hungry, so I go back out, I go drive, and I think I get fast food or something, and I come back home, and I got my burger, got my drink and everything like that, and I'm like, hey, let me sit down, I got Crunchyroll on, let's see what's hot right now, let's see what's popping. And I'm sitting in my seat, and I accidentally fucking step on the board with my fucking boot, dude. I stepped on a Ouija board, like the fucking idiot that I am. I totally forgot that the bag next to me on the floor was the Ouija board itself, and I stepped on the motherfucker, and I'm like, shit. So I, of course, take the bag off the ground, and I look at the Ouija board, and it's okay. It's not broken. It's just fine. And I'm like, okay, good. You were turbo haunted. Maybe, because what happened, I'm not fucking around when I'm talking about this story. I want to make it clear that what happened was something that, this is not fiction, okay? This isn't like something I'm making up. This happened. I'm very big spiritually when it comes to like believing in the afterlife and the paranormal. And I find it very important to understand that kind of element when it comes to like doing the stream. I want to do it respectfully. I don't want to be like, oh, How did you die? Did you fall down? Like, we're not going to do questions like that. We're going to sit down and going to assess whatever spirit comes to us so that we can talk to it genuinely. I'm not going to throw in some goofy ass questions like, do you like lasagna or some shit? Like, I don't want to do something like that. I don't want to piss off whatever this spirit may inevitably be. Who knows? So, sorry for the side tangent. Anyways, okay, so I step on an accident, make sure it's okay. Everything is as bright as rain. The board is not broken. It's fine the way that it is. I continue to eat my meal. The day passes by. I'm playing with Cannoli. I love my daughter so much. She's a good girl. And later in the night, I'm like, I think it was a weekend that I did this on. I forget when this happened, but I ended up falling asleep that night in my living room. I ended up knocking the hell out in my living room on my couch because my couch is very comfortable. Absolutely love knocking out sometimes on it. I have a really comfy bed, but that's aside the point. There are times where I feel like knocking out in the living room for whatever reason. I think I was watching what is it? I was watching Star Wars. I think I was watching episode 3, The Phantom Menace. I think I was just like knocking the fuck out on Disney Plus, doing my thing. And sometimes I like to play something on TV in the background as I scroll on my phone, and that will help me inevitably fall asleep, which it did. And before I say what happens next, you ever get into that weird phase when you're kind of like sleeping and you're also kind of awake at the same time? So it feels like you're about to go into dreamland, but you're also very conscious of your surroundings at the same time. Like someone could wake you up at any moment in that state. That's, the half sleep phase. I think we've all been there before. I think you're well aware of that and how that feels. It's a weird feeling because you're still awake and your body is like almost on like a, it's like on a mode where it's very aware of its surroundings while also simultaneously being asleep. So that's where I am. I'm like scrolling through my phone. The bed bugs bite me. I'm getting really tired. So I'm on my couch. I got my fluffy pillow. It's nice and warm. It's a little cold in my living room, so it's okay. I'm feeling comfy as fuck. I'm knocking the hell out. I can barely hear, as I'm sleeping into this phase, the television that I have on. I can hear Star Wars. I can hear like, the sound effects and the ambiance and the music, but it's low. It's not really loud. It's just quiet enough to make me fall asleep. And as I'm in the living room, I want to explain that I have a gate set up from the kitchen to the living room. And the reason why there's a gate there is because my dog, Cannoli, she's a puppy. If she were to be allowed in the living room, she would absolutely bite my wires because she loves nibbling on stuff. So to prevent that from happening, because I don't want her to get hurt, and I definitely don't want her to bite any important cables in my living room, I put up a gate so that she's not allowed in front of it. And she will put her little cute nose in the holes and everything in front of the gate. It's absolutely adorable. And she'll pout and get a little upset, but then she'll get over it and go into her little cage that she loves. She loves to crawl in her cage. She loves that cage so much. So the gate's up. No one's going into the living room, okay, other than me. I step over the gate because I can. I have big old leg that can step over it. So as I'm sleeping on the couch and I'm kind of half asleep, I'm still awake, but my eyes are closed, I'm drifting off. There is a chime on my door that I open. Anytime I've opened it, there's really nice chimes. I can actually bring the chimes into the room right now and show you. Hold on. Or well, rather have you listen to the chimes. Give me a second. Okay. So anytime I open my door, you hear this. I'm not too sure if the microphone is picking this up, but these are my chimes. It's a lovely instrument. So anytime I open my door, you know that I'm exiting, and it's a good way to like let other people who are visiting, who are staying for the night, or who are just coming by, because I have a lot of friends over from time to time, that I'm coming out of my room, and I like it. And I always kept it on my door ever since I was living with my mom, so I still kept it here even though I don't need it. So sleeping in the living room, and I hear the chimes. I hear these things go off. And my first thought, I'm too sleepy to get up. I know it's Cannoli. She's probably going into my room and doing some shit. Whatever. But she can go into my room at night because most of my wires are up and they're hidden away from her, so I don't mind her barging into my room every now and again. So I'm like, ugh, she got into it, but I'm so comfy. I'm not trying to move. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm going to sit here and just hope and pray she doesn't do number 1 or number 2 in my room for me to clean up in the morning. Whatever. So I'm knocking back out. But what really made it strange to me is that I heard the chimes again, like this. And in my mind, I'm like, did someone just open my door and then close my door? And mind you, I'm still in this state, right? And at this point, I could get up and I could move, but then I realize at the same time, I can't. Because now I'm in, what is it called again? When you can't fucking move. It's on the tip of my tongue. I realize at the very last moment that my body is completely shut. What's it called? Sleep paralysis. There we go. Sleep paralysis. I'm in sleep paralysis and I'm like, oh shit. You know, and I don't get sleep paralysis often, man. Like, it doesn't happen often. It happens every now and again, and it only happens when I lay on my back, which, I was like a dork. So I'm on my couch, I'm hearing my door open and close, and then I hear, I don't hear footsteps, but I sense a presence. I sense someone coming up to me. And mind you, the gate is still there. And when I step over my gate, there's a noise that the gate makes when you brush your pants against it, because that's what will happen. So someone, I assume, stepped over the gate, and I can sense this like feeling of there's another individual in this room with me right now, okay? And mind you, I'm in this weird paralysis state, but I'm also aware of it at the same time. And then, like, I can't tell you what happened afterwards, because I remember getting up immediately and Disney Plus's menu was like off, because it was like, you know, I just watched The Phantom Menace through my sleep, and I woke up feeling as if someone just was watching me sleep. And I kind of freaked out a little bit like that night, because I was like, I'm in the living room, I'm alone in my house, there's no one else with me, I have my dog, and that is it. Everyone in this house, even the tenants above, below, my neighbors left or right, they're all sleeping. There's not a single soul that could have walked over here in that time frame. Not my dog. Sure as hell not my dog. So what the fuck was that? And it really made me like freak out, because that has never happened before. I have been living in this the tavern that I'm currently in for about 4 to 5 years now, going on maybe I don't know how long, but that was the first time that had happened. And of course it was during the day that I stepped on the fucking Ouija board. So I have a lot I gotta apologize to this spirit if I ever angered whatever that was, but I think it definitely had something to do with that. I'm staying at a friend's house, I'm not staying alone. Yeah, but I'm not, stuff like that, as freaky as it might be, it's not enough to make me want to leave. Like, where the hell am I gonna go? Like, it's not enough to make me, like, you know, get sage and have to burn lights and all this other stuff. Like, I don't have to go to that extreme, like, just yet. I don't think there's anything to concern over, but I just think moments like that really, like, I know it sounds weird to say, they make me happy. It excites me, because as crazy as that might seem, you know, I've never had like this kind of like spiritual entity in my life before, other than a few times that I played with spirits like this in the past with Ouija boards, and it's always interesting to see this happen, because it never happens. So when I start dreaming of weird things, of like spirits looking over me as I'm like opening and closing my door as I'm in like a paralysis state, you have to admit that is really fucking interesting. Like, this is why I'm a freak, okay? When it comes to horror, I don't really, you know, I don't get scared as easy as most people do. Like, yeah, a jump scare might get me every now and again, but I am not that scared of most things. Like, some people won't even play a game like Dead by Daylight or Amnesia, The Bunker. They would have to, or for example, like Outlast Trials. People are like, how do you play that game? How are you not shitting your pants? I would never touch that game. And it feels like I have always had this element to me that most people here have. I think Shinri could also talk about this. He's been playing horror games for so long that you become impervious to like the scares, and it has like this kind of wicked and twisted sense of pleasure and enjoyment that comes with horror. Once you step over that element, once you jump over that board, you can start enjoying horror in a different way. So yeah, that's why I think having a Ouija board stream will be very goddamn cool, and I'm excited. I cannot wait to see this thing. It's gonna be genuinely sweet. But once again, I'm not going to be asking disrespectful questions to this spirit. I'm going to attempt, I will admit, I'm going to attempt to explain to them what I am VTuber wise and what I do, so they know who they're speaking with. And I also want them to know that they are not alone and I am with people called buddies. Like, I need to explain to the spirits like this situation where we're at, so that they're not, you know, afraid, and so that they can be open without having me being like, oh, they don't know they're being watched by other bubbies and everything like that. So next week when we play with the Ouija board stream, I just want you guys to know that I'm doing this as the most respectful way that as I can. And hopefully we can have an open discussion, and you guys can ask questions and help me out as well. And you guys let me know several things. You have to say goodbye to a spirit before you say goodbye. Otherwise it will stay, if I'm not mistaken. I know that if you don't say goodbye to a spirit as you're playing with the Ouija board, it will remain in your place until you either get sage or you get like some kind of holy water or some shit. Like, yeah, you gotta cut the connection so that it just doesn't linger. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Really? Absolutely. Absolutely. 110%. Absolutely. I will take note of that. Now, what I want you guys to do, now do me a big favor. I want you to purchase a Ouija board and play with it by yourself one night. Can you do that for me? Can we do that, please? I'm not doing that. Hell no. Maybe. Way ahead of you. Hey, let's go. I remember, you guys sound like, you know I keep saying Ruze because I miss him. Okay, I like that guy. I love him very much. We were having a meeting one night. I forget what it was. It was the ARMIS boys. We were just talking, and I forget what the fuck it was for. I apologize. But I remember saying that I have a Ouija board. I'm getting ready to play it. I think this was like the night, I think we were doing, excuse me. What, oh, God damn it. What con was it? It happened recently. God, I'm so stupid. It was the cosplay convention that we did recently. I'm so sorry. It's Cosmania. Yeah, excuse me. I don't know why that's losing my tongue here, but before Cosplay Mania, we were having a little like setup so that we can ensure that all the meet and greets go the way that they did, and to make sure that the panels went perfectly. So we had like a preliminary like setup meeting where we were all sitting down, making sure that the audio could be heard and making sure that no one was speaking over one another, microphones were all good, and all that stuff. And before we were doing all that, we were just having a very, like, you know, simple conversation, just yapping, talking about the games that we're playing and being silly, sharing memes and talking about X, Y, and Z. And then I mentioned the fact that I have a Ouija board in Ruze. He was like, I don't know how you're doing that. That's crazy. I could never do something like that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a lot of fun and it's really interesting and you should try it. And he's like, I don't believe in that stuff. I think that stuff is just a bunch of hoo-ha. I'm like, oh, so if you don't believe in it, then what's the shame in playing with one if it's not going to affect you in any way? And then he was like, well, I just don't want to play with it. And then I was like, you just said that you don't believe in that, but you don't want to play with it. So in some way, you must believe that this does conjure spirits in some way. He was like, yeah, that's why I'm not playing with it. I genuinely thought it was cute. I thought it was a very funny interaction because I'm like, so you do believe in the spirits and the ghosts. You just don't want to mess with them, huh? We'll see about that. Once he hits that 100K subs, we're gonna get that boy to play some horror games, baby. I love Ruze. I'm only poking fun at him. I love that brother, man. But I would really like him to step into the world of horror a bit more, because I think he's a person who has a lot of he finds enjoyment in a lot of like little things, and horror games are always bleeding with such like attention to detail that I feel like there's a selection of games within that genre that he would fall in love with if you would give it a chance. I really want him to get into it, but of course I'm not going to force that on him if he doesn't want to. But I'm hoping that he could be a bit more open-minded at some point when it comes to playing more horror games. Please drag him into Outlast. I feel like Outlast would be either the best experience, the worst, because that game is very convoluted and puzzle-like that he probably would get mad at very quickly. But it's also scary as fuck. And I don't want him to be uncomfortable with the subject matter of Outlast. So I think we should take baby steps. Babby's first horror game, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I feel like Amnesia is the perfect gateway for like any horror enthusiast. I mean, if you watched PewDiePie back in like 2010 or whatever the fuck, you would know that Amnesia: The Dark Descent was the game that everybody was fucking playing on YouTube at that time. Force him to play FNAF? That would be too hardcore, dude. I feel like if he played... but what FNAF game? Is it FNAF 4 that takes place in the nightmare realm or whatever the fuck? Where you're like in a dream as a kid, you have to go up to the doors and go back on your bed. Is that FNAF 4? Where it takes place in a nightmare? Yeah, get Ruze to play FNAF 4. Fuck no, that is not happening. He would crash out over FNAF. I feel like he should play Amnesia. I think that's a good gateway horror game. It's like... it's not too fucking crazy, but it's fucking scary enough to really get you on edge. Because I think Outlast Trials is like, oh, this game is made... the Outlast series is not for the faint of heart, and it sure as hell isn't for people who are very squeamish. It's like nearly X-rated bullshit. Like, I can sing praises about the Outlast series because you guys know how fucking much I just love that series to bits and pieces. But it's the one horror series where I can't really recommend it unless you're a grizzled horror veteran that's been within the field for a long time. Because if that's your first horror game, you're in for one hell of a game. It'll mess you up. Resident Evil. You know what? He should play 7. Resident Evil 7 is also a very good gateway to not only to the RE series, but also for the horror elements as well. I feel like RE7 is very, very good when it comes to that. Because there's no way we're ever going to get him to play like fucking RE8 or maybe 5. 5 is not really a horror game as it may try to be. It's more action than anything. But RE7 will be fun. But of course, once again, this is all completely up to him. I know he did say he was going to do this, but I'm hoping he's true to his word. He better not cop out and play like the Skibbity Yacht Rooms or something. Like if he ends up playing a horror game that's not really that spooky, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna go, nope, I'm buying you a game. I will go out of my way to buy him something on Steam. He doesn't even have to lift his wallet. I will buy that game for you. The Mortuary Assistant? Are you trying to kill him? Are you trying to kill Ruze? If he plays the Mortuary Assistant, we're not going to see him ever again. I love horror games. When I played the Mortuary Assistant, I was deathly terrified. I almost forgot how fucking crazy that game is. Yeah, that's like that's like level 10 tier horror game. That's like Ruze is at tier 1. And if we get him to play a tier 10, whoa, he's not gonna. I feel like it'll make for a great stream. It'll make for great entertainment. I just don't think he'll survive. What's that other game? There's God damn it, what's the name of the game? Blue-haired girl. She wears red. Axel played a little bit of it. I played all of it. I think Octavio did as well. Fuck, what's the name of the game? Son of a bitch, came out recently. Me-side. I feel like that would be a very good game because it's like psychological, you know? I feel like maybe Ruze can play a bit of Me-side. I think Me-side might be down his route. I feel like it's more... It's so funny that watching Axel play it was crazy. I talked about this so many times before. I wish that he would actually complete the fucking game, Axel. If you're listening to this, if you ever see this, please, man, please play the rest of that fucking game. It's really good. I want him to play it just because it's not as hard as you think it is. It has a really sweet message and a general very, like, I would say cruel ending as well, I guess depending on what you get. But I feel like it's more psychological than actual, like, oh, you're running away and you're fucking, you know, you're getting chased by a monster man. It's not like that throughout most of the game. You have like a companionship with a character or an assortment of characters. I think once again that psychological element is what makes for a great story, and Ruze could probably find some potential enjoyment in that. I don't want to throw him into the dogs immediately and be like, okay, play at Mesa the Bunker. Like, the Bunker is like another like tier 9, tier 10 horror game. Like, if he plays that game, he's not gonna have a good time because it's brutal, man. That's a brutal fucking game to get him into. Mad Father. I've always wanted to try Mad Father. Flay is the biggest arbiter of those like RPG Maker games. He makes those games so fucking interesting because I have no interest in RPG Maker horror games yet, but because I don't really like to, I know it sounds weird, I don't like a lot of big text heavy puzzle games because there are times where I am baby brained and I absolutely forget about like certain elements of what I'm supposed to do, and there are times where reading is such a big part of that and I can be really slow admittedly. So there are times where I'm like, give me a gun and I'll run around and do something in a horror game, I'll figure it out. But text heavy games like that are always daunting to me because it needs my full attention, which once again Flay is very good at. Flay loves these games to bits and pieces. But Oni, am I saying that right? Isn't that the character with a big blue purplish face? And he looks goofy, he's got like a little body, he runs after you and everything like that. I seriously remember that being like the talk of the town when I was in high school. Everyone was like, did you hear about that new AO Oni game? Did you hear about that new scary game coming out? Ooh, he's gonna get you. That was like another like YouTube content pool at the time for me, where it was like, oh dude, you gotta hop on this game. Right next to Slender Man. I remember that also being a fucking terrifying game where everyone in my school at the time when I was in high school was like, did you see Markiplier play Slender Man? You're like in the woods, you're gathering pages. Gender Man, collect all my genders. Like, I remember it being such a popular fucking thing at the time. I remember playing it myself and being a little not scared because it was just like, you run into the middle of the woods, you're collecting pages and everything like that, and then like you see him every now and again, and then a piano chime plays, dong, and it makes for some really cheap jump scares, but there's not much substance in games that only have that. Like, as it was such a common thing at the time, and very much still is with a lot of horror games these days, where it's made to like shake you. It's made to like, oh, spooky, here's my YouTube reaction picture. Like horror games like that are not my favorite. Mascot horror is very mixed with me. I think FNAF, you could argue, made the mascot horror series, like genre, a very big thing. There are times where I kind of roll my eyes at mascot horror. I wish I wasn't like that, but when I see like Bendy and the Ink Machine, I'm like, yeah. And then I see Garden of Bon Bon, I'm like, I don't need to consume that. That's not even my audience, right? That's like horror for children, which I'm glad that there is, like, I'm glad that's there. You know, I know it sounds weird to say that, but I feel like horror as a genre should be enjoyed by every age, in my opinion. Courage the Cowardly Dog was probably the biggest influence that I've had in the horror genre since I was a kid. That was like my, of course, gateway into horror entirely was through a fucking cartoon. Like, that's why I think it's important to watch horror at any age, because you never know, this might spark a level of interest that will remain until adulthood. I think that's why it's so fucking good to enjoy like any kind of like element at a young age, because for me, my dad, he would always like sit down, we watched Friday the 13th together, we watched like, you know, Halloween, all this fucking crazy shit. And since I was a kid, I could tell the difference between like fiction and reality. So anytime I've seen blood in movies and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is clearly not real and everything like that. So I enjoyed it more as a child because my parents growing up told me that, hey, this is a movie, these are actors, and this is not a real thing. They made this because it's cool. But if you want to get a kid like me into that at an early age so that you can enjoy it overall. And I think that's why I really want to thank my mom and dad for making horror a genre that I loved. Like, they really gave it to me in a really good way in terms of like kind of molding me into it. And then my dad was like, hey, watch The Evil Dead. Hey, here's the Army of Darkness. Check this out. And here's this. Here's the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Here's a goofy ass one. Here's like Mars Attacks. And that's when I started to really like, you know, enjoy it a lot more often. Some of the episodes of the show are really good. Oh, dude, I remember like Tales from the Crypt, Creep Show, like things like that. So goddamn awesome, man. Your parents are cool. Yeah, they're cool. You could say that. Yeah, my parents, growing up, they were all right. It wasn't until adulthood where they really got on my fucking nerves, as they always do. I mean, come on. Who doesn't fight with their goddamn parents? I love my mom and dad to bits, but holy shit, they can really get on my nerves. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Love that fucking series. I remember talking about Are You Afraid of the Dark during my debut. That's how good that series is. And Are You Afraid of the Dark, once again, I think that was a Nickelodeon show? Was that a Nickelodeon show? Or is that Disney? I don't know what it was. But I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark being excellent. Twilight Zone? OG. Is that my stream dying? Oh, that's my stream dying. Hello? Oops. OBS moment. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Did OBS just flat out die? Yeah, can OBS not do that while I'm talking about horror, please? I don't want to shit my pants tonight. I really don't want to get scared. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me make sure everything's A-okay. Okay, I thought that was my internet. The demon snatched his frames. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I just got through talking potentially some of the scariest shit. I really don't need that happening right now. Let me make sure everything's A-okay. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I apologize about that. I don't know what the hell that was. The true horror is ISP issues. That's the case with just about everything. Cannoli eating his internet. Now, I will say, to those bubbies out there who are going to be playing with the Ouija board stream, or playing with the Ouija board, don't stream it like me, okay? Just don't. Play it in your basement alone, leave your front door open, and just have at it. Now, who's doing that? Who's doing it? I'm ready. I can't wait to see Bubby reactions. It's gonna be great. You guys aren't scared, are you? Come on. What's a little spirit gonna do to you? What's a spirit gonna do to you? I have a horrifying story to tell you. I got a horrifying story to tell you that'll keep you up at night. Do you want to hear it? Well, you're gonna hear it. I have a scary ass story I'd love to tell you. So, once again, may have already told this story. We'll happily tell it again for you newer bubbies out there. I know some of your coys are here as well. Hey, Joyous, thank you so much for the soup. Remember when I said I got haunted by a spirit at my last trip? Hell no, I've already had my fair share of hauntings since I was a kid. Come on, Joyous. Maybe just a little horror story. Maybe just a little cherry on top, please. Okay, because I want to tell you something good. You're going to love it, Joyous. Thank you so much for the soup. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so when... You know what? Let's change. Before I tell this story, I think what I'm going to do, let me stand up real quick. Let me stand up and let's switch rooms because we've been sitting on this staircase for a while now. Let me... Oh my, give me a second. Let me switch around. Okay. And let's find a different place. Here, I'm supposed to be working at Black Mesa, but yet here I am yapping and yentering on where would be a good place to go. Yeah, give me 1 second. I get haunted even not playing the Ouija board. Yeah, the story that I want to tell, let's see. Okay, here, we can sit in front of the screens. The screens are nice. I like the screens. And there appears to be a bench that we can sit on right in front of here. Might as well, right? Let me go ahead and get in my position. Okay, there we go. Story time, what give me? Okay, hold on. He's asleep. He's asleep. Look at him. Okay, there we go. I'll sit right here. Okay, that's nice. All right, so where do I begin with this fucking story? I genuinely, I keep up at night. I stay up at night knowing this in the back of my mind, wondering what could have happened. So, when I was younger, this was like back when I, of course, lived with my parents. I've talked about this many times. We lived in poverty. And I'm no stranger to talking about this because that was our upbringing. Eventually, the house that we lived in became so enriched. It started out, I think my dad was only paying about like 700 something a month, which is nothing. Okay, that is nothing. It's like $600 a month, $700 a month. The place that we were staying in was abysmal dog shit. It was probably the worst place I could ever think of when it comes to places that I have lived in. But granted, I was a kid, so at the time I didn't know how bad it was. And it was such a bad apartment that I specifically remember that the bathroom tiles were never a thing. They were completely removed and there was dirt. So my mom and my dad, they would put towels down in that bathroom so that we weren't stepping on dirt to use the bathroom. That's how crazy fucking bad it was, guys. Like, we lived through it, but we survived it because that house, I cannot say this enough, the landlord at the time, who owned that place, he made it so that place was fixed. We lived there for about 17 years. I lived most of my life, most of my entire childhood and half of my adult life was in that place. And through those 17 years, that place went from being the worst I've ever seen it to the best house in South Chicago I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking about marble flooring. I'm talking about like a really nice like oven, a really beautiful fridge that had like the whole like buttons that you can press, the interactive interface digitally. Like, he really hooked us up after a while, and I think he only bumped up the price in renting up by a few hundred. That was it. This guy was the shit, okay? Our landlord was such a swell individual that he understood the struggle, because my mom and my father should not have been having kids, okay? I'm telling you right now, they were struggling. They had 3 kids and they had nothing to scrape by. We were eating like garlic bread and drinking water. We had like, that was our dinner one night. That's how fucking bad it was. It's like, this place was bad. But what's really worse about this place was the fact that an older couple had this place before and they passed away inside of this house. So this is something that I did not know of until my adulthood years into that place. But one of the strangest things about this house as well was the fact that it was built in such an era, and what was weird was the fact that the basement led, and I talked about this before, I know I did, I talked to you guys about this, the basement was, once again, the house was so old that the basement led into the undergrounds of the streets of South Chicago. If you went further into the basement, there was a door that my landlord at the time, the landlord for us at the time, blocked it off. He sealed off a door that we could never enter. He absolutely boarded it the fuck up. So if you ever went into that basement, walked all the way downstairs and opened 2 doors, there would be another door that led into a kind of like cavernous like room where there was like a couple of seats. There was like a bathroom on the side for some reason, and it was like boarded up. You could not go in there for any X, Y, and Z reason. Not that you would want to, not that you would like to, but I'm just trying to give you a preface of how old this fucking house was. People died in this place. There was a couple that did, and it was built such in a time era where for whatever reason there was a facility underground that led into the streets. And I remember that this conversation happened. The reason why I remember this is because I talked to my dad as I was an adult. I tell them, like, why was that always blocked off? Because when we had moved, I never really understood why we were not allowed there. As a kid, my dad, he told me that there were ghosts on the other side, and that was enough for me never to want to open it. Except for one day where I got genuinely curious about what was down there, and my curiosity got the better of me. So keep that in mind with this story. For whatever reason, in the house, in the basement, there's a door that leads into the underground streets of Chicago, and it just happens to be in our house for who knows why. So one day, my cousin, he comes over, my cousins come over, excuse me, and the basement is fucking awesome. We have the basement, albeit it's a basement, was pretty big and spacious, where it was like nice enough so that we can have fun. We had a bunch of like toys down there, a bunch of activities. We had like we had a bunch of softballs and basketballs and hoops and stuff that we can play with, and there was enough like activity down there to maintain like it's somewhat of a very nice like compatible room for children to play in. So we're down in that basement. It's me, my younger brother, my older sister, and my two cousins. And out of curiosity, one of my cousins asked, what is in that room? And since there's about like six of us, we genuinely were like, oh, we can't go down there because we were told not to. And then my cousins, being the curious bunch that they are, were like, hey, let's just go down there and see what's in there. And I remember we had went into that room. It was big and spacious, and the door was there, and it was boarded up. Like, you wouldn't believe it. It had nails. Nobody was getting into this. And my older sister was like, yeah, we can never go in here because my dad said that it leads into the underground like place somewhere underneath the streets. That's what we were told. That's what we know. Who knows where that door fucking led? But for whatever reason, it was boarded the fuck up. So my sister was like, hey, if I get a hammer, we can loosen up the nails and just peek on what's on the other side of this place. And then I'm like, oh, I would like to see that. And as a kid, I'm being dumb. I'm like, dude, I want to see what's in there too. Like, they're not going to get mad at us. I mean, it's our house. If anyone ever wanted to break inside of this door, they would have done it a long time ago. I'm pretty sure there's nothing down there. So we end up going upstairs, sneakily grabbing a hammer and going back into the basement, loosening up. We ended up loosening up the boards to this door frame. And my younger brother, him being really afraid, was like, I'm not doing this. Screw you guys. I'm going to go fucking play Club Penguin or something. So my younger brother and my other younger cousin, they're out. So it's just me, my sister, and my cousins. There's only 3 of us now. So my sister is loosening up the boards on this door, and then she unloosens it and throws it aside. And now there's a clear, like, it's almost like you're looking in blinds. We remove one of the boards, and we can now tell what's on the other side. And there is air. There's cold air coming through the board that we just removed. Now there's a hole that we can visually and visibly and physically touch and see. So my other sister, she walks up to it and looks in, and she goes, Gibby, you should see this. And I'm like, okay, what is it? So I get up on the stool that is like nearby because I'm short. At the time I was really young. So I grab a stool and I kind of like place it over the door, and I look inside of this fucking door frame, and it's stairs that lead downward. So not only is this door in our basement that is already down some steps, but the boarded up door leads to more steps into God knows where. And then my sister at that point was like, nope, we're not going down there. We're boarding it back up, and we're never going to talk to this about our parents ever again. And we never did. And I think about that till this day. What the fuck is down there? If I ever had the opportunity to go back to that place and see what was in that fucking door, I absolutely would. That's gonna be one of the biggest mysteries in my life, is what the fuck is in that goddamn door. I need to know. She was raised right. I mean, not raised right enough. We got genuinely curious, but after that, she freaked out. She was like, I'm not going down there. I remember looking down into the plank that we just removed. The fact that I was able to look down there, I could still visualize it. Like, I remember there was like there's the yellow light that was in the room with us was kind of like bending straight into the door frame that we just opened up a little bit. So it looked like there was a a gleaming like yellow, like shallow light bending straight inside of the stairs that you can only just see maybe what led into some type of entrance. And that just terrified me as a kid, because I remember thinking to myself, at any point, if anyone ever, like, what does this hole lead to? What do these steps lead to? And where do they go? Like, what's preventing anybody from coming in up from our basement and coming here at night? That freaked me out as a kid, because every night I had slept, I'm like, oh my god, what if someone is like opening that plank of, like, those planks were easy to remove with a nail. Someone could easily just bash through right now and fucking, like, you know, come into our house uninvited. Like, what in the world? But that is what I think about that till this day. I genuinely want to know what was in there, but I think the fact that there's such mystery to it is what makes me happy about it. The fact that there's like some expectation of something coming up and grabbing you, like the mole people, like skeleton out of there. Who knows? Maybe it was completely not what I thought it was. Maybe it led to like some underground electronic area or something that like helped with the streetlights. Who fucking, I don't know. But I just remember that being one of my more, I would say, terrifying stories to tell, because my sister remembers that story very well as well. She always had my back when it came to paranormal shit happening in my life, because we experienced a lot of paranormal activity together, you know? So anytime I saw something spooky, I'd be like, yo, big sis, did you see that too? She's like, fuck yeah, I did. We were never alone in that house. Anytime there was something spooky happening, we always had a witness. There was always someone next to me to share the moment with. But I feel like I'm yapping. Speaking of paranormal activity, tomorrow we are going to be watching Paranormal Activity, the movie. It is on YouTube. I'm very excited. It will be a public watch along. We have been doing public watch alongs ever since this month began. We are watching a spooky movie for every week of this month leading into Halloween, and we're watching it tomorrow, or at this exact same time at midnight, and I cannot wait to watch it. Which one? The very first one. And the very first one, from what I know, is also the very scariest one from what I understand. Because as a kid, I remember being really spooked out. I can only recall certain story beats. I don't really know too much of the characters' names or what they do. All I know is that it's a couple and they sleep every night and some crazy shit happens. That's all I know. So as a kid, I remember being genuinely afraid of this movie. But that was me as a kid. I was very skittish and very spooked out easily. I'm an adult now. I want to watch it as an adult to see if it's as scary as it was back then. Or maybe it isn't. I'm going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out together tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch it with me, I'm going to be watching the YouTube version of Paranormal Activity. I always will opt in for the YouTube variant because it's more accessible to everyone here. Most people have access to YouTube anyway, so you're watching the stream. If you want to buy it beforehand, we will be watching it together tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. Gotta make sure to get some popcorn as well, because I did run out of popcorn. It's gonna be great. Hopefully you can make it tomorrow. Once again, it's gonna be the same time, same giddy place. So if you want to stop on by for some horror vibes, but if you don't have the movie and you just want to hear me like react and everything, you can always do that as well. I don't mind lurkers in chat, so if you don't want to watch the movie, you don't have to. If it's not your cup of tea, then maybe you can just stop by, say hello, maybe just chat for a bit. It'll be sweet. But I think this is where I'm probably gonna be ending the stream for tonight, because admittedly I am a little scared. I need to go cuddle up against my dog. I'm a little freaked out after talking all about this stuff, and boy howdy am I hungry as hell. So what I'm gonna do for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Hopefully my stories didn't scare you too much, and we had some lighthearted conversations beforehand. So VOD gang, if you're listening to this right now, I apologize for such a sudden veer in direction with this Zatsudan. We were being very silly and we got super scary, but that's what you're getting in the month of October. It's spooky month and Halloween is coming up. God damn it, I cannot believe this shit. It's the 19th already. What the fuck? It's gonna be Halloween super soon. Hopefully you guys are very excited for our Ouija board stream coming up next week, because I know I am. It's gonna be great. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for stopping on by to the Gibby streams. Hopefully each and every one of you have a great night's sleep. Hopefully not too many nightmares. But if you're going to work, please have a good rest of your day at work and come home safely if you're traveling back. If you have yet to eat, go eat something. You've earned it. You deserve it. If you're getting ready to go to sleep, fluff that pillow up, get some rest. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Once again, same time, same Gibby place. We'll be watching Paranormal Activity together. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see you. Okay. Now, enough of me yapping. I'm going to go ahead and send you off to someone that is hopefully streaming. I'm not too sure if anyone's online right now. But I love you very much. And I'll see you soon. Okay. I love how we did a Zatsudan in Black Mesa and we traveled from left to right from many places. We had candy, we had the couch. I was in the bathroom. This was fun. Like the backgrounds. Let's see. Who is awake? Who can we send you into? Who's live right now at this godly hour? Okay, it seems like most people are. Looks like all the boys are being good boys and they're all asleep. That be the case, I'm gonna go ahead and send you to Jurard's art stream because that happens at 7 in the morning, which happens in a couple hours. You might want to stick around for a long time. Just keep it on a tap from Jurard. He's doing an art stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your night. Gibby loves you. Please stay safe and please rest well. Mwah.